Yesterday's sessions were a real eye-opener. Several ideas were shared by the participants during their presentations. Let us now sit back and listen to the summaries of the sessions held yesterday. At the beginning, let me call on Dr. Praveen, the co-convener for the first area, that is ancient Indian technologies and their relevance. Over to you, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶುಭ ಮುಂಜಾನೆ. ಮೊದಲನೆಯ ಏರಿಯಾ ಪ್ರಾಚೀನ ಭಾರತೀಯ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಅವುಗಳ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತತೆ ಎಂಬ ಒಂದು ವಿಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟು 4 ಆಹ್ವಾನಿತ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಗಳು ಮತ್ತು 10 ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ ನಿನ್ನೆಯ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ ಮಂಡನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಡಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವುಗಳ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ನಾನು ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಂಗ್ರಹವನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮೊದಲನೆಯ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿತ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿಶ್ವನಾಥ್ ಅವರು ವಾಲ್ಮೀಕಿ ರಾಮಾಯಣದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ರಾಮರಾಜ್ಯ ಕಲ್ಪನೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದರು. ಅವರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಅವರು ರಾಮರಾಜ್ಯ ಎಂಬುದು ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಗುರಿಯನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಪೂರ್ವಜರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದ ಪಿತಾಮಹ ಚಾಣಕ್ಯನೇ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ. ದಶರಥ ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ, ಮಾನವ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲ ಕ್ರೋಢೀಕರಣ ಮತ್ತು ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇವರು ವಿವರಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವರು ನಾರಜಕ ಸರ್ಗ ಮತ್ತು ಖಚಿತ ಸರ್ಗ ಎಂಬ 2 ಶೀರ್ಷಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಉಪಯುಕ್ತ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಎರಡನೆಯ ಒಂದು ಆಹ್ವಾನಿತ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ನರಸಿಂಹಮೂರ್ತಿ ಅವರು IIT ಮಡ್ರಾಸ್. ಇವರು ಜೀವಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋಹಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಬಂಧ ಮಂಡಿಸಿದರು. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳು ಸೋಡಿಯಂ, ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಂ, ಅಯೋಡಿನ್, ಐರನ್, ಜಿಂಕ್, ಕಾಪರ್, ಮ್ಯಾಂಗನೀಸ್ ಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಇಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವುಗಳು ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಪಾತ್ರೆಗಳನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಈ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀರಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆವು. ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿ ರಕ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕಣಗಳು ಕಾಣಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತವೆ ಎಂಬುದನ್ನು ಅವರು ಒತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋಹಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಅವರು ಮಂಡಿಸಿದರು. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಎ ರಮಣನ್ ಇವರು USA. ಅವರು ತಾಮ್ರದ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಅನ್ನೋ ವಿಚಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಮಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಶಿಲಾಯುಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೂರ್ವಜರು ಕಲ್ಲುಗಳನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ 19ನೇ ಶತಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಮ್ರವನ್ನು ಕಂಚು ಮತ್ತು ಹಿತ್ತಾಳೆಯ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಲು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದೆವು. ನಂತರದ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಮ್ರವನ್ನು ವಿದ್ಯುದ್ವಾಹಕ, ಶಾಖವಾಹಕವಾಗಿ ತೀರ್ಮಾನವಾದದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ವಿದ್ಯುದ್ವಾಹಕವಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಲು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದರು. ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರ ನಾಶಕವೆಂದು ಅದು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಅದನ್ನು ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರ ನಾಶಕವಾಗಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಲು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ತಾಮ್ರದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಲೋಹದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ನೀರನ್ನು ಸಂಗ್ರಹಿಸಲು, ಕುಡಿಯಲು ಮತ್ತು ಅನೇಕ ವಿಚಾರಗಳಿಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ IIT ಮಡ್ರಾಸ್ ಇವರು ಮಿಶ್ರಲೋಹದ ಬಳಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಲೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದರು. ಇವರು ದೆಹಲಿಯ ಕಬ್ಬಿಣದ ಕಂಬ ಸುಮಾರು 2500 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಹಳೆಯದಾಗಿದ್ದು ಅದು ತುಕ್ಕು ನಿರೋಧಕವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಪೂರ್ವಜರು ಅಳವಡಿಸಿದಂಥ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಇವರು ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸುವ ಪಿಂಗಾಣಿ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು, ಕಬ್ಬಿಣದ ಮಿಶ್ರಲೋಹಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಹರಿಶ್ಚಂದ್ರ BP ಇವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಬಂಧವನ್ನು ಮಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಇವರು MS ರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಸುಂದರ ವಿಮಾನದ ಕಲ್ಪನೆಯನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದಿಟ್ಟರು. ಇವರು ಭಾರದ್ವಾಜರ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಮಾನದ ಪರಿಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಸುಮಾರು 8000 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಚಲಿಸುತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಪೂರ್ವಜರು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದರು ಎಂದು ಒತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಇವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆಯ ಮುಖಾಂತರವಾಗಿ ಕ್ರುಸಿಬಲ್ಗಳ ಬಳಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಈಗ ಇರುವ ಸಿಲಿಕಾ, ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನ ಕ್ರುಸಿಬಲ್ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಅವರೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೂಸಿಬಲನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಾತ್ಯಕ್ಷಿತೆಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದರು. ಅರುಣ್ ವಾಯುವೇಗ ಎಂಬುವವರು ಲೋಹಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಖನಿಜಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಬಂಧವನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸಿದರು. ಭಾಮತಿಯವರು ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃಷಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಬಂಧವನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸಿದರು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅರುಣ್ ಇರ್ಷಾದ್ ಇವರು ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ ತಜ್ಞರು, ಕೇರಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರು ಷಟ್ ಪದಾರ್ಥ ಪರಿಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಆರೋಗ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಬಂಧವನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸಿದರು. ವೇದಾಂಜಲಿ ವಿ ಕಾಳೆ ಇವರು ಇವರು ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಕೃತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ವಿಮರ್ಶೆ ಎನ್ನುವ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಬಂಧವನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸಿದರು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ತಿರುಮಲ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಇವರು ಕೌಟಿಲ್ಯನ ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದ ಕೃಷಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಬಂಧವನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ರವಿ ಜೋಶಿಯವರು ಉತ್ತರ ಕನ್ನಡದವರು. ವೇದ ಕಾಲದಿಂದ ಆಧುನಿಕ ಕಾಲದವರೆಗೆ ಕೃಷಿ ಪದ್ಧತಿಗಳ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ತಂತ್ರಾಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಟರು. ಒಟ್ಟು 10 ಜನ ತಮ್ಮ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಪ್ರಬಂಧವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು 4 ಜನ ಆಹ್ವಾನಿತರು ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ತಮ್ಮ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಆಹ್ಲಾದಕರವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
I request Dr. Praveen. I request Dr. P.S. Aital, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, to honor Dr. Praveen and thank him for being a chairperson of one session. We next have Dr. Shaila Shri, the co-convener of the second area, that is Ancient Indian Management and their Relevance. Over to you, ma'am.
Respected dignitaries of the dais, a very warm good morning to all gathered here. This is Dr. Shaila Shri, the co-convener of Area 2, presenting on the theme Ancient Indian Management and their Relevance. The sub-themes which were given in this particular area were 7 in number, and they were management concepts and practices of ancient scriptures and non-scriptures, roots of modern management concepts, practices and strategies from ancient Indian literature, ancient organization and management models, ancient war management systems, ancient management strategies, ancient food and travel management practices, ancient education systems, institutions and universities. A total of 12 presentations, 8 offline and 4 online were presented yesterday, and we deliberated on all the 7 sub-themes. The chairperson of the session was Dr. K.V.M. Varamvalli, the research professor, Institute of Management and Commerce, who deliberated on the topic of ancient Indian views in the teaching learning process, lessons from the management education. He also summarized the entire event with his comments. We've had 2 invited speakers. The first invited speaker was Dr. Narayan Kayarkate, who is the research professor at the Srinivas Institute of Management Commerce, Srinivas University, and he spoke on the popular verses from the Subhashitas and their relevance in management case studies. Subhashitas are short and wise verses containing moral and ethical advice based on experience and research. Many of these verses contain management principles which are applicable at all times. The second invited speaker was Dr. Mahesh K.M., who is the principal of the Jain Evening College, and he extensively presented on literature review on Indian ancient universities in importing holistic and multidisciplinary Indian knowledge system. He focused on the holistic development provided by the ancient universities like the Nalanda, Takshashila, and connected it to the National Education Policy 2020. The first contributed paper was by Dr. Jayashree and titled The City Planning in Kautilya's Arthashastra and Its Modern Relevance. She stressed on the second Adhikaran, where Kautilya has described his thoughts on planning of the city. Also, today's metro cities with dense and overpopulation exploit the ecology. With this in mind, the paper or the presenter discussed Kautilya's description of city planning and its features addressing some of the problems in modern times. The next paper was presented by Santosh Prabhu and Chitra Padiyar on the topic of management insights from the Indian ancient scriptures, where the paper attempted to study the relevance of ancient Indian scriptures like Vedas, Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, Manusmriti, and Arthashastra. The next presenter, Mr. C.A. Vishwanath, made a very interesting presentation on an exploratory study of Ramarajya with evidence from Valmiki Ramayana, internal control structure and finance governance model, which was presented, and the paper streaked to construct the finance and related aspects of ancient Arthashastra using practical case studies from the Ramayana. This would help also to understand the premodal principles of accounting, economics, and related legalities which can ensure good governance. The next presentation was by Mr. Venkatesh Amin, who presented on the topic a comprehensive doctrine for Indian combat readiness in international waters by decoding Gita, Arthashastra, and the art of war. Stressed on the need for India's preparedness in terms of combat readiness in international and territorial waters. Dr. Aravind Shanbag presented on Kshema Kutuhala Pakarasayana, that is the art of food preparation for a healthy living. We had 4 online presentations by Dr. Mrs. Sunita Raghu. Leadership is challenging and it is even more difficult to reduce attrition in the tertiary care hospital, a preliminary study. By Ajit Bijal, the theoretical assimilation on organization and management theory history. By Kiran Timapa on the topic Unlocking the Secrets of Success, Management Lessons from the Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita. And by Dr. Nandita Mishra, Ancient Indian Education, its relevance and importance in the modern education system. All in all, the papers, the presentations, and the video presentations all move towards making the ancient concepts of management very clear to all of us and the budding managers, so that we can practice these concepts in the future too. It was all a great learning to all of us there, and I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I request Dr. P.S. Aidal, our Vice Chancellor, to thank Dr. Shaila Sriviti with the shawl. I would now like to invite Professor Shankar Narayan Bhatt from the third area of the conference, that is Ancient Indian Architecture and Vastu. That is Great Indian Epics, Vedas and Puranas.
नमस्सभायै आदरणीयेभ्यः महनीयेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः शुभपूर्वाह्नः सर्वेभ्यः विद्वद्वरेण्येभ्यश्च प्रणतिततिश्च। अहमस्मि डॉक्टर कावे शङ्करनारायणभट्टः। मम विभागः अस्ति षष्ठः। वैदिकाः पौराणिकाः ऐतिहासिकाश्च विषयाः अत्र चिन्तिताः। ह्यस्तनदिने आहत्य 16 विद्यार्थिनः तत्र स्वप्रबन्धम् अमण्डयन् मण्डितवन्तः। तेषु च 7 अन्तर्जालमध्ये स्वप्रबन्धं मण्डितवन्तः, अन्ये 9 साक्षात्। 2 अभ्यागत उपन्यासकौ, एकः सभाध्यक्षश्च विशेष उपन्यासं दत्तवन्तः। एतेषां सारभागः अत्र सङ्गृहीतः अस्ति। आदौ डॉक्टर केशवकिरणमहोदयः काव्यपुराणशास्त्रयोर्मध्ये को भेदः कथम् इत्यस्मिन् विषये सम्यक् प्रबन्धं मण्डितवन्तः। मञ्जुश्रीमहोदया श्रीमद्भागवतपुराणे मानवकल्याणाय वर्णितं योगत्रयी इत्यस्मिन् विषये प्रभाषितवती। अत्र अस्माकं प्राचीनेषु शास्त्रग्रन्थेषु च मानवकल्याणाय कीदृशः क्रमः अनुसृतः तद्विषये तेषां विलक्षणा कटा च अपेक्षा आसीत् इति प्रतिपादितवती। विदुषी लता पाटिल महोदया ವೇದಕಾಲದಿಂದ ಆಧುನಿಕ ಕಾಲದವರೆಗಿನ ಕೃಷಿ ಇತ್ಯಸ್ಮಿನ್ ವಿಷಯೇ सम्यक् स्वप्रबन्धम् अमण्डयत्। तत्र प्राचीनानां कृषिकाणाम् अस्माकम् आरोग्यं तद्वारा विशिष्टसाधनं प्रति विषये अत्यन्तं नैर्भर्यम् आसीत्। अपि च कृषिभूम्यादेः परिवीक्षणं स्वयमेव यत्नतः कर्तव्यम्। अत्र अन्येषां नियोजनं न उत्तमम् इति, अपि च कदा बीजावापस्य कालः, कदा च मध्यमः कालः इत्यादिकाः सर्वे विषयाः भणिताः। डॉक्टर सावित्री महोदया अमृतस्य पुत्राः इति शीर्षिकया सावित्र्याः सत्यवतः पत्न्याः पातिव्रत्यं त्यागः गुरुशुश्रूषा इत्यादि गुणाः अवश्यं सर्वैः आदरणीयाः इति प्रोवाच। रविशंकर हेगडे महोदयः कुलपतिभ्यः उपकुलपतिभ्यश्च सम्बन्ध्य अहम् अनुवर्ते। रविशंकर हेगडे महोदयः काश्यपीय कृषिपद्धतिः इति ग्रन्थविषये अभणत्। तत्र अध्यायादिविभागेन आदौ धान्यादिकृषेः विचारः विचारितः। विशेषतः तडागादिनिर्माणं सन्ततं भवेत्। जलाशयः यदि अस्ति तस्य सर्वस्यापि रक्षणार्थं पुरुषार्थैकस्य नियोजनं कर्तव्यम् इति अंशः अवबुद्धः। यदुश्री महोदया सदाशिवधनुर्वेदे आयुधविज्ञानम् इत्यस्मिन् विषये प्राचीनानां युद्धकौशलं, युधि तैः उपयुज्यमानेषु आयुधेषु वैचित्र्यम् इत्यादि विषयेषु विवृतिः प्रदत्ता। कथं च चापबाणादेः निर्माणं कर्तव्यम् इत्यादिकमपि निरूपितम् अन्तः। अपूर्वोऽयं विषयः प्रकाशितः अनया ऐदं प्राथम्येन। डॉक्टर भाग्यश्री महोदया संस्कृतसाहित्ये भूगर्भस्थ जलविज्ञानम् इति विषयं प्रस्तुवन् अन्तर्जलविषये याः समस्याः अनुभूयन्ते तासां कः परिहारः, तत्सम्पन्मूलत्वेन मेघस्य सरिदादेः महत्त्वं, कूपखननादेः तन्मुहूर्तस्य च प्रामुख्यम् इत्यादिकाः विषयाः सम्पादिताः। ವಿ ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಕುಮಾರः ಲೌಕಿಕ ನ್ಯಾಯಗಳು ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವುಗಳ ಬಳಕೆ ಇತಿ ವಿಷಯಂ ಮಂಡಯನ್ ಜಲಬಿಂದು ನಿಪಾತ ನ್ಯಾಯಃ ಅರ್ಧವೈಶಸ ನ್ಯಾಯಃ ತಟಾಕ ಪರಿವಾಹ ನ್ಯಾಯಃ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿಕಾः ನ್ಯಾಯಾः ಸಸಂಬದ್ಧಂ ನಿರೂಪಿತಾः। ಸಕುಬಾಯಿ ಮಹೋದಯ तया ऋषिकाणां समाजं प्रति योगदानम् इति विषयमण्डनद्वारा तासां वेदादिज्ञानेन धर्मरक्षणप्रक्रिया प्रतिपादिता। पुराणादिप्रसिद्धाः स्त्रियः कदा कदा कस्मिन् कस्मिन् अंशे इति प्रदर्श्य अस्माकं मार्गदर्शकाः अभवन् इति प्रतिपादितम्। दीक्षायु प्रभु महोदय श्रीमद्भागवते वर्णित सूर्यस्य लौकिकक्रमः नानाग्रहाणां स्थितिः इति विषयं मण्डनपूर्वकं ग्रहादीनां शास्त्रोक्तसञ्चारक्रमः इदानीन्तम विज्ञानिभिः आयोजितः क्रमः तयोश्च विरोधः सूक्ष्मदृष्ट्या परिहरणीयः इत्यादिकाः विषयाः प्रस्तुताः अत्र अनया दीक्षायु प्रभु महोदयया। शीलाशङ्करी महोदया चतुर्विधपुरुषार्थाः इति विषयमधिकृत्य समभाषयत् धर्मादिपुरुषार्थानाम् अर्थकथनपूर्वकं कस्य कस्य पुरुषार्थस्य कथं महत्त्वम् अस्माभिः सुसन्धेयम् इत्यपि सम्यक् विवृतं तया। डॉक्टर कृष्णवे जोशी महोदयेन वेदेषु मानवीयमौल्यानां स्वरूपम् इत्येषः विषयः सम्प्रोक्तः। वेदः मौल्यप्रतिपादनेन मार्गदर्शनम् अस्माकं कथं करोति, पुरुषार्थविषयश्च किं वदति इत्यादिः विचारः अत्र अवादि। तेन ಕೃಷ್ಣಮೂರ್ತಿ ಮಹೋದಯೇನ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಮಹಾಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಜೀವನಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳು ಇತ್ಯಯಂ ವಿಚಾರಃ ವಿನಿವೇದಿತಃ। ರಾಮಸ್ಯ ಜನಕೃತ ಅಪಕಾರ ವಿಸ್ಮರಣಂ ಜನಕೃತ ಉಪಕಾರಸ್ಯ ವಾರಂ ಮಾರಂ ಸಂಸ್ಮರಣಂ ಅಪ್ರತಿಗ್ರಹಃ ಪಿತೃವಾಕ್ಯ ಪರಿಪಾಲನಂ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿ ಗುಣಾಃ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣಾದಿಶ್ಚ ತ್ಯಾಗಾದಿಕಾಃ ಗುಣಾಃ ಸರ್ವಜನ ಅನುಕರಣೀಯಾಃ ದರೀದೃಶ್ಯಂತೆ ರಾಮಾಯಣೆ ಇತಿ ಅಭಣತ್। ಸುದರ್ಶನ ಸಾಮಕ ಮಹೋದಯಃ ಆಸೀತ್ अस्माकम् आहूत उपन्यासकः। सः वेद तन्मीमांसा तदर्थ चिन्तनादि विषयेषु विचारं मण्डयन् कथं वेदस्य पाश्चात्याः व्याख्यानं चक्रुः तत्रापि कथम् अभिप्रायभेदः अस्मदीय व्याख्याकर्तृष्वपि ये पाश्चात्याध्ययनस्पर्शोपेताः ये च तद्रहिताः इत्यादिकान् विषयान् सप्रमाणं प्रास्तौत्। ततः आहूत उपन्यासिका रूपेण स्थिता आसीत् रम्यलक्ष्मीः महोदया। सा समुदायस्य शालायाः अनिवार्यता आवश्यकता च स्पष्टं तया निरूपिता आसीत्। अद्यतनकाले शैक्षणिकवातावरणं कथं भवेत् इत्यस्मिन् विषये विवरणं दत्तम् अनया। कविताकाणे कवयित्र्या चित्रिता सत्यवती इत्यस्मिन् विषये परिणीता बि सम्यक् प्रबन्धं प्रास्तौत्। एका धीवरा स्त्री राज्ञी भूत्वा कथं लोकं शास्ति इत्यत्र शोभनं निरूपणम् आसीत्। तत्र कृषिपद्धतिः मृद्गुणाः बीजरक्षणं कृषिविधानं च अभिहितं समीचीनं गीता कुमशीकर् वर्यया। वेदाधारेण सामाजिकमौल्यं धर्मार्थकाममोक्षविवरणं च प्रदत्तं ज्योतिर्मयी वर्यया। अन्ते सभाध्यक्षैः कृष्णराजाचार्यवर्यैः सर्वप्रबन्धविषयेष्वपि स्थितवैशिष्ट्यम् अभिहितम्। स्वीय अभिप्रायस्य सम्यक् प्रतिपादितः अन्ते। एवञ्च ह्यस्तनगोष्ठी भगवतः श्रीनिवासस्य पूर्णानुग्रहेण सुसम्पन्ना इति अभिधाय मम वाग्व्यापाराद् विरमामि। श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।
Thank you, sir. I now request Shankar Narayan Bhatt sir to please accept a shawl from our beloved Chancellor, Dr. C.A. Raghunder Rao. Sir. Our next presenter is Dr. Vyasaraj Tantri, the director of the Gandhi Hospital, Udupi. Its area of the conference is Indian medical and medicinal practices.
योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयद्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नाम् अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। अहं डॉक्टर व्यासराजतन्त्री आयुर्वेदवैद्यः रजतपीठपुर इति ख्यातः उडुपीनगरमध्ये स्थित गान्धी आस्पत्रे संस्थायां वैद्यकीयनिर्देशकः अस्मि। विश्वसंस्कृतसम्मेलनायां मम उपस्थितिः मह्यम् अतीवं सन्तोषं जनयति। एतत् संस्कृतसम्मेलने आयुर्वेदविभागस्य अवकाशं दत्तं विशेषं विचारः अस्ति। On 24th 2nd 2023 evening hours we had a session about Indian medicine and medical practices. It's chaired by Dr. Guru Raja, Principal Enepoya Ayurvedic Medical College, Mangalore, and co-chaired by Dr. Ravi Rao, Principal Karnataka Ayurveda Medical College, Mangalore. I was one of the invited speaker on yesterday's session. I spoke about Sattvavajaya Chikitsa, a conceptual analysis. In that, spoke about a prevalence of Atma and Manas, the knowledge of Atma and Manas in olden days, where the other part of the world or the Western world could not differentiate between Atma and Manas. Other than this, there were 6 speakers who spoke on different topics. The first speaker, Dr. Shilpa, spoke about Manas and Sharira Sambandha. In Ayurveda, Manas and Sharira is considered together, where whenever Kamadayo Jvaradayascha, like that, if anyone gets afflicted with the Manas, they are more prone to get the Sharira Vyadhis as well as the vice versa. Second speaker spoke about the Pratimarshanasya Chikitsa, Dr. Aditi, that is especially in the allergic disorders. Nasyakarma is one of the Panchakarma treatment, whereas Pratimarshanasya is a Nasyakarma done in a routine basis. That she explained very well. Third speaker, Dr. Priya Pradeep, spoke about Nadi Pariksha, a tool for diagnosis. One of the ancient knowledge of Nadi Pariksha, understanding the disease of the person or Prakriti of the person just by seeing the Nadi, which is explained in Ayurveda Vijnana. She spoke about that. Fourth speaker, Dr. Ajay Bhatt, spoke about a case on psoriasis. Psoriasis is one of the Charma Vyadhi explained in Mahakoshtas. Out of 11 Mahakoshtas, it is one of the Mahakoshta. The treatment management explained very well by Dr. Ajay Bhatt. Fifth speaker, Dr. Harikrishna Bhatt, spoke about science-based, evidence-based Ayurveda. And sixth speaker, Dr. Ashwini, spoke about multimodal management of pilonidal sinuses. I thank the organizers giving me this opportunity. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Dr. Vyasaraj Tantri. And I now request you to come forward and receive a shawl from our beloved Chancellor. May I now request Dr. Naveen Bhatt, the co-convener on the area of Sanskrit literature, to come forward and present his.
किरन्ती मंगलस्मेरे कटाक्षै करुणामृतं समये सन्निधत्तान्मे सूक्तिधेनु सरस्वती. नमस्सभायै. A very good morning to one and all present here. Yesterday, in this particular area of Sanskrit literature, there were around 6 presenters, and every single presentation was made in Sanskrit. But for the understanding of larger gathering here, I would put it in English. So this area was dedicated for the Sanskrit literature. Sanskrit literature, it comprises of many areas and domains of Sanskrit and allied subjects. It is not only the epics, but also the other formats and the various types of literature which has been worked upon in the Sanskrit tradition. So the first presenter was Dr. Amatesh Acharya. Dr. Amatesh Acharya spoke on Kanta Samhitopadeshaha Prabhudharmaha. Kanta Samhitoktaha Prabhudharmaha. Prabhudharma, that is the way of being of Prabhu, one who is the Lord or the King. And Kanta Samhita Upadesha, which is not traditionally aligned with Prabhu, but still there are Upadeshas possible for Prabhu or the King in the manner of Kanta Samhita. This was the major presentation theme of Dr. Amatesh Acharya. The second presentation was done by Sri Lakshmi, who dealt with Madhvamatada Pramukha Ahara Paddhati. She did not only spoke of the Ahara Paddhati or the food habits or the food system in Madhva Sampradaya, but also how this kind of food system affects the human nature and human psyche. This also she spoke of. The third presentation was Anita Tantri. It was done by Anita Tantri. Mahabharat Adharitanam Bhasanatakanam Adhyanam. It is well known that most of the Indian literature, be it in Sanskrit or in other Indian vernaculars, have been influenced by Mahabharata and Ramayana. This was the major theme that she spoke upon. And there is no doubt, most of the Sanskrit works are also have taken themes and ideas and the tantra or the technique from Mahabharata. Especially the major natakas or the plays or the dramas of Bhasa also were influenced by Mahabharata. These were the major ideas that she touched upon. And the fourth presentation was by Dr. Narayana Swami. The theme was Kavyalankareshu Rasa Swarupam. Rasa is one of the major areas that Indian aestheticians envisaged upon or they worked upon. The experience of kala or the art happens from the representation of human emotions on stage. When a thing happens in front of us, it is not converted into rasa, but the thing, when it is imitated and recreated on stage, it recreates rasa. This was the major idea she presented. And the fifth presentation was of Dr. Gauri Hegde, who dealt with Kavya Swarupam Tatha Kavya Praveshaha Katham. There is a general understanding that amidst of all shastras that are existing in current scenario, Kavya is one of the most easiest one to enter. But her presentation was made it very clear, even for Kavya, Adhikari is required. Adhikara is also required. So who is an Adhikari? Kaha Kavya Praveshe Adhikari Bhavati Ityetasmin Vishaye, Dr. Gauri Hegde Saptastutim Akarshit. Evancha, Shashtham, there is sixth presentation, Madhvacharyasya Jivana Charitam. It was presented by Rajesh Mahodaya. And Madhvacharya's Jivana Paddhati is nothing new perhaps in this region, but there are certain meticulous ideas which are expressed in the work of Madhva Vijaya that he brought upon. The sixth presentation was of Dr. Vishwas Mahodaya, who dealt with Nandini Varaprasadaha Vyasasya Srishtihi Kalidasasya Pratisrishtihi Ityetasmin Vishaye. See, when a theme is taken from either Ramayana or Mahabharata, two major sources of Indian literature, that is recreated multiple times, umpteen number of times in various Indian vernaculars, but never the authors in Indian tradition, they derailed the thoughts and ideas of the original author. This was the major theme that he presented. So these 6 papers were presented in yesterday's session, and I was बहु तुष्टः आसं तस्मिन् सत्रे अहम् आसम् इति हेतोः तेभ्यः समेभ्योऽपि धन्यवादान् वितीर्य मत्प्रस्तुतेः विरामं स्वीकरोमि. धन्यवादः.
Thank you very much, Dr. Naveen Bhatt. And may I now request you to accept the shawl from our beloved Chancellor, Dr. C.A. Raghavendra Rao. I request Sir to felicitate Dr. Naveen Bhatt.
ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯವು ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಗೆ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಪರಂಪರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ಎಂಬ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಂಡಿರುವ ವಿಶ್ವ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನ 2023ರ 2ನೇ ದಿನದ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಸಂಭ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಹೃದಯ ಸ್ಪರ್ಶಿ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಆತ್ಮೀಯವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಈ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನಕ್ಕೆ ಹರ್ಷ ಚಿತ್ತದಿಂದ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಭಾಷಾ ಸುಮುಖ್ಯ ಮಧುರ ದಿವ್ಯ ಗೀರ್ವಾಣ ಭಾರತಿ ತಸ್ಮಾಧಿ ಕಾವ್ಯಂ ಮಧುರಂ ತಸ್ಮಾದಪಿ ಸುಭಾಷಿತಂ. ಭಾಷೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತವು ಸವಿಯಾದುದು, ಅದು ಸ್ವರ್ಗೀಯ ಎನಿಸಿದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಕಾವ್ಯ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಧುರವಾದುದು, ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಸವಿಯಾದುದೆಂದರೆ ಸುಭಾಷಿತವು. ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯವು ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಂಡ ಈ ವಿಶ್ವ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನ 2023ರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಘನ ವಿದ್ವಾಂಸರು, ಪಾಂಡಿತ್ಯರು, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಭಾಷಾಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳು, ವಿವಿಧ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಿತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯಗಳ ಉಪಕುಲಪತಿಗಳು, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗಿರೋದು ಅಮೋಘ, ಅದ್ಭುತ, ಅಪೂರ್ವವೇ ಎನ್ನಬಹುದು. ಇಂದಿನ ಸಾರಾಂಶ ಸಮಗ್ರ ವಿಚಾರಗೋಷ್ಠಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ C.A. ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ ರಾವ್, ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಕುಲಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳು, ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಇವರು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆ ವಹಿಸಲಿರುವರು. ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಯರಾಗಿ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಸದಾನಂದ ದೀಕ್ಷಿತ್, ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು, ಲೋಕಭಾಷಾ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಪರಿಷತ್, ಶ್ರೀ ಡಿ ವೇದವ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಾಮತ್, ಶಾಸಕರು, ಮಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ವಿಧಾನಸಭಾ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ, ಶ್ರೀ UT ಇಫ್ತಿಕಾರ್ ಆಲಿ, ಸಿಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಸದಸ್ಯರು, ರಾಜೀವ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ, ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಮುಸ್ತಫಾ SF, ಆಡಳಿತ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು ಮತ್ತು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಣಾಧಿಕಾರಿ, ಭಾರತ್ ಇನ್ಫೋಟೆಕ್. ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಅತಿಥಿಯರಾಗಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ A. ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ರಾವ್, ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಸಹ ಕುಲಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳು, ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ, ಶ್ರೀ ವೆಂಕಟ ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯನ್ P, ಸಹ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾಪಕ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು ಹಾಗೂ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಣಾಧಿಕಾರಿ, ವ್ಯೋಮ ಭಾಷಾ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರೀಯ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಾಲಯ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್, ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ವಿಜಯಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ R. ರಾವ್, ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿ ಸದಸ್ಯರು, ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಮಿತ್ರ S. ರಾವ್, ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿ ಸದಸ್ಯರು, ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ, ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಪದ್ಮಿನಿ ಕುಮಾರ್, ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿ ಸದಸ್ಯರು, ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ PS ಐತಾಳ್, ಉಪಕುಲಪತಿಗಳು, ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಇವರುಗಳು ಅತಿಥಿ ಅಭ್ಯಾಗತರಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Good morning, everyone. A legacy gives you an opportunity to live for a purpose that's bigger than yourself. It allows you to change your family tree, not just for your children, but for generations to come. The great legacies of history are people who dedicated their lives to the service of humanity, and one such parampara, a glorious legacy, is that of Srinivas Group. Let's all watch the video, which portrays and celebrates the milestones of Srinivas Group, which started with a single step towards a futuristic journey.
Mangalore is known as an education hub. Many students from different places come to Mangalore just for study purposes. So just take a round around a famous private research and skill-focused university, that is Srinivas University. Srinivas University is the flagship of the 18 Srinivas group of institutions started by the A. Shamrao Foundation. It is a private charitable trust founded in 1988 by an eminent chartered accountant, Dr. A. Raghavendra Rao. Proud son of Atka Shamrao, renowned chartered accountant and visionary academician, Dr. C.A. Raghavendra Rao started the first educational institution, that is Srinivas College of Hotel Management, in the year 1988. Today, more than 13,000 students are pursuing their higher education at Srinivas University and Srinivas Group of Institutions. Dr. A. Srinivas Rao, Vice President of A. Shamrao Foundation and Srinivas Group of Colleges, Mangalore, is an eminent personality. The university has also recognized his contribution in managing higher education institutions effectively. The group has established many milestones in the quality education in the field of healthcare, medical, dental, paramedical, allied health sciences, hotel management, engineering and technology, physiotherapy, nursing, aviation studies, port shipping and supply chain management. The university has established networking with many industries, universities, and education services providers to substantially improve the quality and weightage of the course and degrees respectively. Presently, Srinivas University has 9 institutes offering innovative industry-oriented specialized courses of UG, PG, and research levels. The Institute of Engineering and Technology is a constituent college under Srinivas University located at Mukka, National Highway 66, Mangaluru. The college campus is developed in a lush green environment with well-qualified and experienced faculty, state-of-the-art laboratories and research facilities in the field of engineering, technology and management science as per international standards with the aim of creating technically sound engineers and decision makers who can establish themselves successfully in the industry and global market. Robotics, artificial intelligence and machine learning, cyber security and cyber forensic, data science, cloud technology and information security and blockchain technology and distributed computing. The College of Engineering and Technology is on the threshold of a quantum leap. Institute of Allied Health Science. Srinivas University serves with medical facilities too. The college's clinical requirement is fulfilled by Srinivas Hospital, which is a 700-bedded super speciality hospital. We have separate hostels meant for boys and girls. Srinivas University Institute of Nursing was established in the year 2019 with the commencement of the BSc program under Srinivas University, located at the Srinivas University campus Mukka. The Srinivas Hospital is also located on the same campus and offers an excellent opportunity for students to be trained in a medical college hospital. The courses are well recognized by the concerned nursing councils. The Institute of Management and Commerce, earlier named as Srinivas Institute of Management Studies at Srinivas University, is committed to providing conducive learning environment. Institute of Computer Science and Information Science is envisioned to offer courses which would build the students into enthusiastic quality professionals in the field of computer science and information technology. Since 2005, the college is associated with several MNCs like Infosys Technology, Wipro, IBM, Accenture Technology, TCS, Tech Mahindra, Dia Systems, Spanios Technology, and many other in-placement activities. All-out undergraduate and postgraduate students get good placement through College Placement Program. Institute of Aviation is a constituent of Srinivas University. The college encourages the study of airlines, airports, and business related to the aerospace industry. This also includes supervising routine operations undertaken by the ground staff of an airport or an organization in the aviation sector. Institute of Hotel Management and Tourism offers a Bachelor of Hotel Management and Catering Technology and a BSc Hotel. These programs are focused on the aspect to create professionals who would be the future leaders of the hospitality industry. Practical exposure and experienced students will get from working in Hotel Srinivas and Hotel Saffron. Srinivas Institute of Physiotherapy was founded in the year 1993. From the year 2017, the college has become a constituent of Srinivas University. It is the first college which has designed the course curriculum to meet all overseas credentials. The college also has a wide network of alumni spread across the world in various managerial responsibilities. Undergraduate and postgraduate courses in physiotherapy are available on the Pandeshwar campus. Srinivas College of Pharmacy was established in the year 2004, offering both under, postgraduate, diploma and doctoral courses in pharmacy. The college is located at the Valachil campus of the Srinivas Group of Colleges with picturesque surroundings. The Srinivas School of Architecture, established in 2012 with a B.Arch degree under VTU University and is a part of Srinivas Group of Colleges. The school currently offers 5 years B.Arch program, architecture studio, exhibition space, climatology lab, material museum, survey lab, model making studio, specialized classroom and good canteen facility is the highlight of this campus. Srinivas Institute of Technology was established in 2006 with the aim of producing world-class technology graduates tuned to the demands of a fast-changing global village. SIT has gained the name as the best self-financed engineering college in Karnataka in terms of infrastructural facilities. Srinivas Institute of Technology is a unit of Srinivas Group of Colleges, Mangalore. 5 departments have been recognized as research centers by VTU to pursue PhD and MSc. The institute has well-qualified, committed and motivated faculty. Mangalore is known as an education hub. Many students from
सुरसा संस्कृत भाषा नैव क्लिष्टा न च कठिना तस्मात् सर्वेपि अस्माभिः साकं एतां प्रार्थनां गातुं शक्यते अतः एवरीबडी कैन जॉइन आवर कोरस वंदिता शेषवन्द्योरो वृन्दारकं चन्दना चर्चितोदारवीनांसकम् इंदिरा चञ्चलापाङ्गनीराजितं मन्दरोदारिवृत्तोद्भुजा भोगिनं प्रीणयामो वासुदेवं ದೇವತಾ ಮಂಡಲ ಖಂಡಮಂಡನಂ ಪ್ರೀಣಯಾಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವಂ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಸಂಹಾರ ಲೀಲಾ ವಿಲಾಸಾತತಂ ಪುಷ್ಟಷಾಡ್ಗುಣ್ಯ ಸದ್ವಿಗ್ರಹೋಲ್ಲಾಸಿನಂ ದುಷ್ಟ ನಿಶೇಷ ಸಂಹಾರ ಕರ್ಮೋದ್ಯತಂ ಹೃಷ್ಟಪುಷ್ಟಾನುಶಿಷ್ಟ ಪ್ರಜಾ ಸಂಶಯಂ ಪ್ರೀಣಯಾಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವಂ ದೇವತಾ ಮಂಡಲ ಖಂಡಮಂಡನಂ ಪ್ರೀಣಯಾಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವಂ ಉನ್ನತ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿತ ಶೇಷ ಸಂಸಾದಕಂ ಸನ್ನತ ಲೌಕಿಕಾನಂದದ ಶ್ರೀಪದಂ ಭಿನ್ನ ಕರ್ಮಾಶಯ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಸಂಪ್ರೇರಕಂ ತನ್ನ ಕಿನ್ನೇಪಿ ದಿದ್ವಸ್ವಮೀಮಾಂಸಿತಂ ಪ್ರೀಣಯಾಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವಂ ದೇವತಾ ಮಂಡಲ ಖಂಡಮಂಡನಂ ಪ್ರೀಣಯಾಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವಂ ವಿಪ್ರಮೋಖ್ಯೈ ಸದಾ ವೇದವಾದೋನ್ಮುಖೇ ಸುಪ್ರತಾಪೈಕ್ಷಿತೇಶ್ವರೇ ಚಾರ್ಚಿತಂ ಅಪ್ರತರ್ಕ್ಯೋರಸಂ ಯದ್ಗುಣಂ ನಿರ್ಮಲಂ ಸಪ್ರಕಾಶಾಜರಾನಂದರೂಪಂ ಪರಂ ಪ್ರೀಣಯಾಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವಂ ದೇವತಾ ಮಂಡಲ ಖಂಡಮಂಡನಂ ಪ್ರೀಣಯಾಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವಂ ಅತ್ಯಯೋ ಯಸ್ಯ ಕೇನಾಪಿ ನ ಕ್ವಾಪಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಯೋ ಯದ್ಗುಣೇಷು ತಮಾನಾಂ ಪರ ಸತ್ಯಸಂಕಲ್ಪ ಏಕೋ ವರೇಣ್ಯೋ ವಶೇ ಮತ್ಯನೋ ನೈ ಸದಾ ವೇದವಾದೋದಿತ ಪ್ರೀಣಯಾಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವಂ ದೇವತಾ ಮಂಡಲ ಖಂಡಮಂಡನಂ ಪ್ರೀಣಯಾಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವಂ ಪ್ರೀಣಯಾಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವಂ ಪ್ರೀಣಯಾಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವಂ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣಾರ್ಪಣಮಸ್ತು.
We have gathered today for the plenary session of the World Sanskrit Conference on Contribution of Indian Knowledge and Sanskrit to Humanity. I request Dr. Gopalachar, the co-convener, to escort all the dignitaries onto the dais. Can we have a standing round of ovation to all our dignitaries who have made it convenient to be with us?
ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ವಿದ್ವಾಂಸರು? ಸದಾನಂದ ದೀಕ್ಷಿತರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದಿ ಡಾಯಸ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಘ್ನೇಶ್ವರ ಅಮೃತಾನಂದಮಯ ವಿಘ್ನೇಶ್ವರ ಭಟ್. ಹಲೋ ಯು ವಿಘ್ನೇಶ್ವರ ಭಟ್. ಹಾಂ ಬನ್ನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಗೋಪಾಲಾಚಾರ್. ಶಾಂತಲಾ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ್ ಅವರು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರಾ? ಬರಲಿಲ್ವಾ? ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಸತ್ಕಾರ, ಆತಿಥ್ಯ, ಸ್ನೇಹೋಪಚಾರ ಗುಣಗಳುಳ್ಳ ಒಂದು ಆತ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಯುಳ್ಳ ಒಂದು ಹೃದಯ ಸದಾ ಶಾಂತಿ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ಸೌಹಾರ್ದ, ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ, ಮುಕ್ತತೆ ಮತ್ತು ನ್ಯಾಯದ ಆಲಯವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದೀಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸರಾವ್ ಸಹ ಕುಲಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳು ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಇವರು ಆಗಮಿಸಿದ ಅತಿಥಿ ಗಣ್ಯರನ್ನು ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
Honorable Chancellor, Sri A. Raghavendra Rao ji, our chief guest, Sri Srinivasa Kalyanotsava, Honorable MLA of Mangalore South, who is supposed to come very shortly from now. Other guests of honor, Dr. Sadanand Dikshit, Dr. Venkata Subramaniam, Sri Vigneshwar Bhatt, other dignitaries on the dais, deans of our different institutes, distinguished invitees, faculty members, members from the media, and participant of the 3-day conference, and our own students. Well, at the outset, the saga of venturing into the first World Conference, which is the first of its kind in India, has been ignited yesterday, day before yesterday and yesterday, and today we are almost in the third day, because pre-conference put together we are in the third day. And the session went on very well, as more than around 85 papers have been presented. They have presented the papers, and another 120, 130 papers are yet to be presented in the plenary sessions, which is parallel sessions, which is going to be held very shortly from now. Yes, the intention behind the promotion of World Sanskrit Conference was with the idea of developing Sanskrit and the Samskriti of Indian culture. With that idea, we have mooted this idea, with this function. And as it is, yesterday there were quite a good number of experts who shared their opinion, and of course most of them have spoken in Sanskrit, and it was again there were some translations, and we could understand a little bit. Yes, everyone are in for it, that learning Sanskrit, because is a basic fundamental requirement of the entire world, because Sanskrit is a basic language. Initial language started with Sanskrit, and we all know the first alphabet or first word which came up in this world is Om. So Om. So Om started first, and with that sound waves, we started getting into different transcripted into different words, and that's how the communication between the people started. It might have been the body language in the prior period, then it started with the language, and that was the first language was the Sanskrit language, and later on it developed into different wings with many languages coming up. So after when many languages has spread its wing, slowly Sanskrit got, the importance for Sanskrit has come down, and now we have made an attempt to see that a revival is made for Sanskrit. And when we approached, we have got very good response from almost all parts of the world. We got the response, and people from Canada, Germany, Nepal, and even different parts of India, they all participated. They are going to participate, either it might be here or online, they are going to participate here, and supporting the common cause of developing the Sanskrit as a language. Yes, now we are in the second day of the conference, and just now we heard the composition of gist of whatever presentation that has to be done yesterday. A gist of it was presented here, and the second day session will start shortly. On this occasion, it's my privilege to welcome this august gathering with a large number of people coming here and supporting the common cause. First of all, I would like to welcome our own President and the Honorable Chancellor, Sri C.A. Raghavendra Rauji, to this august gathering. I welcome him on your behalf and my own behalf to this gathering. We are expecting our MLA to arrive very shortly from now, and when he comes, we will welcome him to this gathering. Apart from that, there are experts here. We have Professor Sadanand Dikshit, who already was here day before yesterday, pre-conference, and he is the International President, Lok Sabha Prachar Samit, and I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, to this gathering. I would also like to welcome another expert, Dr. Venkata Subramaniam. He is the chairman of Vyoma Linguistic Lab Foundation. I, on behalf of all of you and my own behalf, wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, to this gathering. I would also like to welcome Sri Vigneshwar Bhatt from Amrita University, who is with us, I welcome you to this gathering. I would also like to welcome Sri Mustafa ji. He is the chairman of Bharati Infratech, who is fond of Sanskrit, and he is with us. I welcome you to this gathering. I would also like to welcome all the dignitaries on the rise, the convener, co-convener, our administrative members, board of governors, our deans, our principals. Rana has come from Delhi. I would like to welcome you also. And there are experts who have come yesterday and participated. I welcome them. I welcome all the invitees, members from the media, and I also welcome our own students to this gathering. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Amidst the sweet fragrance of flowers, we extend a heartfelt welcome to all. I now request our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Shri A. Raghavendra Rao, to welcome Professor Sadanand Dikshit with a bouquet of flowers. I request our Honorable Chancellor to offer a bouquet to Shri UT Iftikhar Ali. He's not. I'm sorry. To florally welcome Mr. Mustafa SF, MD and CEO of Bharati Infratech. I request our Honorable Chancellor to offer a bouquet to Shri Venkata Subramaniam, co-founder, director and CEO of Yoma Linguistic Lab Foundation, Bengaluru. I request our Honorable Chancellor to florally welcome Shri Vigneshwar Bhatt, Amritanandamayi Institutions. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Please be seated. Now, I request our Vice Chancellor, Dr. P.S. Aital, to florally welcome our Chancellor, Honorable Chancellor, Shri C.A. Raghavendra Rao with a bouquet. Professor Arpana Bhatta will offer a bouquet to Srimati Vijayalakshmi R. Rao, Trustee Member, Board of Governors, Srinivas University. Requesting, thank you ma'am. Requesting Dr. Srinivas Maya, Registrar Evaluation, to warmly greet the Honorable Pro-Chancellor Dr. Srinivas Rao with a bouquet. Thank you sir. Dr. Pavitra Kumari, Dean, College of Aviation, will florally welcome Srimati Padmini Kumar, Trustee Member, Board of Governors, Srinivas University. I request Dr. Kirtan Raj, Dean, Srinivas University Institute of Management and Commerce, to greet Srimati Mitra S. Rao, Trustee Member, Board of Governors, Srinivas University, with a bouquet. Dr. Rajshekar, Dean, Srinivas University of Physiotherapy, will florally welcome Mr. Aditya Kumar Maya, Registrar Academics, Srinivas University. May I now call on Dr. Shronia Ajay to hand over a bouquet to Ms. Meghana, Trustee Member, Board of Governors, Srinivas University.
I request Rana ji to please come on stage.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Ajay to florally welcome the invited guests. I request everyone to be kindly be seated.
I request Dr. Shabaraya to welcome Professor Kashinath. I also request sir to welcome Dr. Philip Ruchinski. I request Professor Sadanand Dikshit to honor our respected Chancellor with a shawl that is specially got from Tirupati.
It is from Jagannath Puri temple, specially bought by the Sadanand Dikshit Professor to honor our Chancellor.
The parallel paper presentation sessions will commence now. I request the organizers and the paper presenters to go to the respective session halls.
ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಸಂಪತ್ತಿನಿಂದಾಗಿಯೇ ಭಾರತವು ವಿಶ್ವ ಗುರುಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಗೊಳಿಸುತ್ತದೆ ಎನ್ನುವುದನ್ನು ಸ್ಮರಿಸುತ್ತಾ, ಬೆಳಕೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಮೂಲವಾಗಿದೆ. ದೀಪಮೂಲೆ ಸ್ಥಿತೋ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ದೀಪ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಜನಾರ್ದನಃ, ದೀಪಾಗ್ರೆ ಶಂಕರ ಪ್ರೋಕ್ತಃ, ಸಂಧ್ಯಾದೀಪ ನಮೋಸ್ತುತೆ. ಇದೀಗ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಸದಾನಂದ ದೀಕ್ಷಿತ್, ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು, ಲೋಕ ಭಾಷಾ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಪರಿಷತ್ ಇವರು ವಿದ್ಯುಕ್ತವಾಗಿ, ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರೀಯವಾಗಿ, ಪಾವಿತ್ರ್ಯವಾಗಿ, ಔಚಿತ್ಯಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ವಿಶ್ವವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯ ಈ ಮಹಾ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನದ 2ನೇ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ದೀಪ ಬೆಳಗಿಸುವ ಮೂಲಕ ನಾಂದಿ ಹಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ದಿನವು ಸುಲಲಿತವಾಗಿ ನಡೆಯಲಿ ಎನ್ನುವ ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ ನಮ್ಮದು. ಐ ಕೈಂಡ್ಲಿ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಸದಾನಂದ ದೀಕ್ಷಿತ್ to light the lamp, and also I request other dignitaries on the dais to proceed towards lighting the lamp, which symbolizes an auspicious beginning. I request all to raise.
Respectful thanks to all the dignitaries for taking part in this event. Respected dignitaries on the dais, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce to all of you Dr. Venkata Subramaniam P. Dr. Venkata Subramaniam P. has earned his PhD from the Karnataka Sanskrit University for his research work on qualitative analysis of Sanskrit e-learning systems under the guidance of Professor Srinivasa Kalyanotsava. He has completed Vidvat from the Karnataka Sanskrit University and Acharya from Rashtriya Sanskrit Vidyapita, Tirupati. Vidwan Venkata Subramaniam has over 25 years experience in teaching Sanskrit, shlokas, Sanskrit grammar and Bhagavad Gita at different levels through Gita Govinda Samskrita Sangha, Bangalore. He has trained many students for the Sanskrit exams conducted by Sura Saraswati Sabha, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and Chittur Bhasha Pracharini Sabha. He also teaches for exams like Prathama, Kavya, Sahitya, Prak, Shastri, etc. He is also a certified project management professional and has more than 20 years of rich corporate and project management experience. He has co-founded and is the Chief Operating Officer of the world's first Sanskrit e-learning non-profit company called Vyoma Linguistic Labs Foundation, to spread the message of Sanskritam, Samskriti and Samskara, the 3 S's, through technology. His vision is to imbibe SSS, that is Sanskritam, Samskriti and Samskara consciousness in every individual on this earth. I now request you, sir, to say a few words on this occasion and graces all.
गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् असाध्य साधक स्वामिन् असाध्यं तव किं वद रामदूत दया सिन्धो मत्कार्यं साधय प्रभो। भारतमातरं प्रणम्य दैवीं सारस्वत सरस्वतीं च नत्वा क्षेत्रदेवतां श्रीनिवासं च नत्वा नमस्कृत्य संस्कृतभाषामात्रे प्रणामं समर्प्य अत्र आगतेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः नमस्सुमाञ्जलिं व्याहरामि। नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च। विश्वसंस्कृतसम्मेलने द्वितीयदिनं मन्त्रणस्य दिनम् इति चिन्तयामः। भारतीयज्ञानपरम्परा विषये दिक्सूचकचिन्तनं प्रयच्छतु इति आयोजकैः सूचितम्। अवकाशं दत्तवत्यै शान्तला विश्वासमहोदयायै धन्यवादं समर्प्य अग्रे गच्छामि। अत्र जनानाम् अवगमनार्थम् आङ्ग्लभाषया विवरणं करोमि। तत्र श्रीनिवास विश्वविद्यालयस्य लोगो अस्ति समग्रज्ञानम् इति। तत्र समग्र इति पदं स्वीकृत्य अस्माभिः चिन्तितं तत्र भारतीयज्ञानपरम्परा विषये वयं 9 सोपानानि 9 सिद्धान्ताः तत्र स्थापयामः इति। I would like to put forth 9 basic tenets or principles which is based on the word samagra, or which starts with the word samagra. So we have a small PPT here which can be seen. I don't know how these people can see, but तत्र टीवी मध्ये अस्ति। अस्तु, उत्तमम्। प्रथम प्रिंसिपल, फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल इज समग्र व्याप्ति दर्शनम. So when we are talking of Indian knowledge system, Sanskrit's contribution to humanity, we thought there is lot of work that is going on and there is lot of work that is to be achieved. How to put this in a summary so that under the leadership, able leadership of universities like Srinivasa University, organizations like Samskrita Bharati, we can take this forward and we can see that a good comprehensive work is done in this area. This is the objective of this keynote address. Samagra Vyapti Darshanam. In Samagra Vyapti Darshanam, we have 2 types of literature. Yesterday, Professor Vijay Kumar from Panini University, Vedic University, Ujjain, pointed out these things, few of these points also. So we can divide this into 2 types of literature. One is the documented literature, another is the non-documented literature. So in the documented literature, we have the Ashtadasha Vidyasthanani, which includes the Vedangas, etc. And in the non-documented literature, we have the Sampradayas, the customs, the traditions, the folklores. In Kannada we say Janapada, and many more things from where we can learn very useful customs and traditions that can be transferred for the next generation, which is also in an Indian knowledge system, Bharatiya Jnana Parampara. In the documented system, we have the Vedas, the Vedangas, Mimamsa, Nyaya, Vistara, Nyaya, Dharma Shastra, Itihasa, Purana, etc. and the Chatushashti Kalaha, 64 Kalas. So each of these have different branches, sub-branches. I remember at this stage a project done by Sanskriti Foundation, Mysore, where they have represented this as a tree structure, and they are storing all the documents inside the tree structure in a technological way. Next, when we finish, so we have to understand this Samagra Vyapti of this knowledge system. The next principle is Samagra Pattika. We have to make a comprehensive list. What list we have to make? We have to make a list of experts, list of institutions, list of experts, list of subjects, list of resources in each subject, which means the granthas in each subject. See, yesterday in one of the papers I was hearing, in Arthashastra people refer to only Kautilya's Arthashastra, but we have more than 25 granthas in Arthashastra, or which talk about Arthashastra in sporadic places. So we have to collate all the resources, and we have to ensure that Samagra Adhyanam happens, and that is why this collection of resources also becomes important. The Paribhashika Shabdavali, once we collect all the resources, we have to have a dictionary of Paribhashika Shabdas. For example, in Jyotisha, Vasu means 8. Vasu means Vasu, Rudra, Aditya in some other context. So we have to make sure that we need to have a Paribhashika Shabdas of all important terms, the modern terms and the ancient terms mapped properly. Many such works are happening in the area of mathematics, Jyotisha, aeronautics, etc. Metallurgy, some work is happening. So these things have to be there. One example is a dictionary which is done by Professor Srinivasa Kalyanotsava on Sanskrit dictionary of computers. Suppose you want a Sanskrit name for click, it will say Nodanam. So if you want a Sanskrit name for something else, mouse, Mushaka, it is giving. So like that, every term, even artificial intelligence is given a term inside this dictionary. So these kind of dictionaries have to be prepared so that the Prachina Jnana Parampara and the modern things gets first, it comes to one plane, so that students can start reading, researchers can apply. Otherwise we'll be working, oh, what does this term mean, what does that term mean? We'll be thinking about those things only. So this is about Samagra Pattika. The third principle is Samagra Karyam. In Samagra Karyam, many researchers have spoken about it. First is Khananam. We have to unearth these principles. Then Adhyanam. Then Prayojanam. Prayojanam anuddishya mandopi na pravartate. So without any use, even a fool will not proceed in a direction. If you have a Prayojana, I will look into that direction. So the Prayojanam, the Parama Prayojanam which we should have, beginning with end in the mind. That is what Stephen Covey says. So what Parama Prayojanam we should have is problem solving. This Jnana Parampara that we study, the Indian knowledge system, should solve our contemporary problems. This is one of the major things that we should look, we should never forget this. See, lot of work is happening in the Khananam and Adhyanam stage. People are doing research, they are disseminating, trying to disseminate this. They are also bringing out theories, other things from the original text. Yesterday there were so many papers presented that was full of kananam. So unearthing this knowledge. But we have to bring it to a level where it is prayojanatvam, problem solving, so that even every individual can take this Indian knowledge system for himself. The fourth principle is samagra janeshu prasaraha. You have to look at all persona. The marketing word is persona when you actually deal with this knowledge system. Suppose you have a school student or you have a high school student, you should give the researched material in a palatable form which can be absorbed by the school student, such that he understands that Pythagoras theorem was given by in the Shulva Sutras, and he understands all certain things when he is learning it as Pythagoras theorem also. So it is relevant to him, it applies to him, and it is given in a way which he can apply it for himself and understand for himself. So that is for the school student. Especially for the homemakers, we have, yesterday there was one paper presented on Bhojana Kshema Kutuhalam. Same way we have Bhojana Kutuhalam, a grantha which talks about cuisines, Indian Bhojana Paddhati, and how we can prepare some delicious dishes from the Indian granthas. And I was very surprised when I read Bhojana Kutuhalam that it had every step, just like we today see YouTube and learn how to do Upittu or Saru. A newly wedded Sose calls her mother and says, Amma Uppit heg madadu. Like that she will ask her through the phone call and she will learn from the YouTube. But such kind of detailed steps are given in a grantha called Bhojana Kutuhalam. Why I was telling is, we should make the knowledge relevant for respective persona. For the homemakers, you can make it like that. For the professionals who can be homemakers or others, you can also give it in a way they can solve their current problems. Today you have special children, you have autistic children, you have Down syndrome, these kind of children in our world, challenged children. To them also, Sanskritam offers a therapy-based approach. So you can offer certain Vedic chanting. Our Vigneshwara Bhatta Mahodaya, who is here, he has done a lot of research on therapy-based chanting, which can cure some of the, which can support the curing of autistic children, hyperattentive children, and Down syndrome, etc. So special children have to be given again in a different way. Senior citizens, of course, all of us are here. We need some audio-based learning, etc. So this Samagra Janeshu Prasaraha, it should be available, it should be accessible, it should be relevant, and it should merge with our systems, current existing systems. So if you see the merging, about merging, we come to the fifth point, which is Samagra Chintanam, which is cross-pollination. What do we mean by cross-pollination? Professor Mahadevan from IIMB, in his talk in Ujjain in 2013, he gave a roadmap where he said the Samskrita Jananga, which is Samskrita domain, Samskrita fraternity people, should aspire for a degree in modern education. Similarly, when we are touching this Indian knowledge system, the Indian knowledge, the modern students or modern teachers should also aspire to touch little bit of ancient knowledge. So if you have a Dharma Shastra course, you should do something in law. The Vedanga, Sankhya, Vedanta and philosophy are related. The architecture is related to Vastu Shastra, Agama, modern core, etc. Natya Shastra with arts, drama, theatre. Similarly, you can have a mapping of all the areas. This is just a sample. So, Samagra Chintanam the Chintanam has to be holistic. East meets West. So we actually combine both the knowledge systems and present the best of both worlds. The next point is Samagra Vinyogaha. This Vinyoga should happen through technology. The best way to reach many people is through technology. And based on the learner type. A visual learner can be given more of videos, charts, tables, etc. An audio learner can be given podcasts. A reading or a textual learner can be given research papers, books, e-books, etc. The kinesthetic learner can be engaged through games, etc. These are different ways, and basically we should focus on web and app because that is the way the next generation people are going forward. The next principle is samagra prayasaha, unified effort. This unified effort, we should do it very carefully. Today we are all working in silos. So why can't we bring in a unified effort where there is a role for everybody? So what is the takeaway from this conference? This can be given as a recommendation that each of these people who have their roles in the society, the government has a role. So government through its Ministry of Education has set up the IKS India portal. There the list of experts, the list of institutions, the list of subjects have already been done by the Ministry of Education. So government is doing its role. It is also giving grants. So similarly, corporate people can help through grants. Corporate people can help through implementing the ideas into their corporate lives. So this can be the role of corporates. The role of institutions like universities is to foster research and to make the students have this IKS in each of their subjects. The teachers and students who are in the board of studies, in the syndicate, etc., they should ensure that if in the current syllabus you have a subject on architecture, why don't we have 20% on Vastu Shastram, directly studying Vastu Shastram? If we have aeronautical engineering, why don't we have Bharadwaja Vimana Shastram as a prescribed textbook wherein 2 or 3 chapters are studied? If you have a law school and a commerce management, this one, you can have Dharma Shastra of Manu, Yagyavalkya, certain chapters along with Ramayana, Mahabharata and other management texts from where you can take some management principles and apply it and bring in an Indian management framework to the same. So this is the role of teachers and students, and role of researchers is very important. They have to study Sanskrit. The Moolam has to be studied. Sanskrit Moolam has to be studied. We should be concerned about the translation. We should ensure that we study the Vyakhyas, the commentaries, and then proceed. And the Sanskrit scholars, when they review both these things, they should ensure that there is no dilution from our Shastras. Because if we go away from the Shastras, definitely we will end up in a road where there will be a block. So we should make sure we follow our Shastras, at the same time make it relevant for our modern. So each one of us have got a role to play, and the don'ts are, we should ensure that we should avoid duplication, we should create the do's are, we should create a unified repository. We should have a knowledge management framework. In management, we have this principle called knowledge management, where large amount of knowledge, tons and tons, terabytes of data are put together in a framework such that it can be used, classified, stored, and disseminated. Such kind of a framework should be there, and collaboratively people have to contribute, and that is where the artificial intelligence and the technology comes into place, and practically it should solve our problems. So this is our samagra prayasaha. The last but one point is samagra gunavatta, total quality management, or total quality through Sanskritam. We have to ensure that whatever we base, it should be based on our Shastras and Sanskritam. So because if we don't base it on that, the Westerners who have leftists who have a different idea, they may pounce on our principles, and that may lead to digesters. So we have seen many such instances. All of us are aware of Infinity Foundation and the work that Rajiv Malhotra is doing in this area. So we have to study Sanskrit. To study Sanskrit, the Aupacharika Ritya, we have universities, Sanskrit universities, doing their work. But however, how can all of us who are here doing different courses in Srinivasa University and teaching different courses, learn a little bit of Sanskrit and contribute to the IKS? So you have about 7 organizations already doing this through Anopacharika Samskrita Shikshanam. So you have Chittur Sabha, which is the oldest Sabha, 1935 established, Andhra, they have a 6-level exam. You have Samskrita Bharati, which is having the 4-level Patrachara Dwara Samskritam. You have Sanskrit Promotion Foundation, which is customizing this for different audience. You have Surasaratvi Sabha Sringeri. Our Acharyas have given different syllabus and curriculum, 5-level curriculum. You have Bharati Vidya Bhavan. K.M. Munshi has established this organization. They have Sarala Samskrita Parikshaha. You have Sanskrit Education Society Chennai, which established by Professor Radhakrishna Shastri, who was an Ayurvedic doctor, 1977. They have 8 levels of exam. So all these exams, now Vyoma Linguistic Labs Foundation, our organization, has created an ecosystem of courses and technologies by which you can study any of these Sabhas exam. Except for Sanskrit Promotion Foundation, you can study any of these Sabhas exams in Vyoma online and take a certificate from the respective Sabhas and take the exam from there also. So what is the message here is, let us all study Sanskrit little bit so that our unearthing of knowledge, our understanding of the knowledge is very authentic and we contribute in the right way to the Indian knowledge system. This was the 8th principle, Samagra Gunavatta. The last and not the least is Samagra Shaktihi. Today, if you see, there is something called hard power and soft power for a nation. The hard power for a nation is the defense and the economic indices which it is having and many other things. The soft power is something which is defined by culture, the cuisines, the livability in the country, how dharmic the country is. So in that position, though we all understand that Bharat is the Vishwaguru, but if you see the soft power indices and attend the soft power conferences which are held every 2 years, 3 years, you understand that in the top 30, Bharata does not have a place in the soft power. It is very alarming that even though we say that we are number 1 in our dharma and other things, we somehow are unable to fulfill certain criteria in the soft power, which makes Bharata to come in the top 30 or top 10. Today also America is number 1 as per 2022 ratings. So we should be very careful about this aspect and make sure through the Indian knowledge system we bring Bharata to within top 10 inside the soft power category, or slowly it should become number 1 and it should regain its sthana of Vishwaguru. With these words, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to present this Samagra Chintanam in front of Samagra Jnana Yukta Srinivasa University. Dhanyavadaha. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your very eloquent and insightful speech. Your perspective on technology and Sanskrit was both valuable and timely, and we appreciate the effort you put into sharing it with us. Moving ahead, we have in our midst Mr. Satyendra Sharma, who is a businessman and the son of Shiv Kumar Sharma. He is also the MD of Swastik Trading Company. I request you, sir, to please come on stage and accept a shawl from our beloved Chancellor. We also have Srimati Radha Sharma. I request you, ma'am. She is the business partner of Satyendra Sharma. I request you, ma'am, to come on stage and please accept a shawl from Srimati Vijayalakshmi R. Rao, ma'am. Thank you very much, both of you, for making it convenient to be with us on this occasion. We are privileged to have our next speaker here with us today. Their passion and dedication to yoga is truly inspiring. He's been practicing yoga for the past 20 years and also teaches yoga. He is also a philosopher. I now request Mr. Mustafa Ji, the CEO of Bharat Infotech, Mangalore, to share a few words on this memorable day.
Respected Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, family members, dignitaries on the dais, brothers and sisters, and my dear friends, students, I greet each and everyone through my heart for this World Sanskrit Conference. Good morning. ನಾನಿಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದದ್ದಲ್ಲ. I want to share some of this knowledge here, what I am, since 27 years I am learning the yoga, and I want to share my knowledge and the experience on that. ಹಾಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರು, ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲಿ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ how we can lead the life of this rich heritage of this Sanskrit as well, this yoga learning. Everyone is attentive? Yes. ನಾನು ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂದರೆ, and the first I would like to greet that Chancellor he has taken this responsibility of uplift this Sanskrit richness. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ MLS ಅವರು ಈ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ತುಂಬ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಭಾಸ್ಕರ, ಆರ್ಯಭಟ, ಸುಶ್ರುತ ಮತ್ತು ಪತಂಜಲಿ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಸರು ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರ ರಿಚ್ನೆಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು, ಗೊತ್ತು ಉಂಟು. ಆದರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಪುಸ್ತಕದ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಡಗಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥವೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಪುನಃ ನಾವು ಡೀಪ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಕೊಡುವುದು ಕೂಡ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಕೂಡ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಮುಗಿಯುವಂಥ ವಸ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಭಾಸ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರಿಚ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ. In 1977, I was very small. ನನ್ನ ಫಾದರಿಗೆ got a heart attack, the severe attack. I don't know, by the time it was not there of this such a advanced medicine facility for that Dr. A.V. Shetty, he has admitted over there. ಆದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಇದರ ಹೋಪ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಉಂಟು, ನೀವು ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು ಅಂತ. ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರ್ ಇದ್ದರು, ಬಲ್ಲೆಯ ಅಂತ, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕು, ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಪಡೀಲ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು. ನನಗೆ ಈಗ ನೆನಪಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರು ಅಂತ. ಅವರನ್ನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು, ಹೇಳಿದರು ಭಾಳ ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಉಂಟು, ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಮದ್ದು ಉಂಟು. ಆ ಮದ್ದು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಾಮಿಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಆದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಮದ್ದು ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ವಾಮಿಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿದ್ದರೆ ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಡಿನ ಹಾಲು ಬೇಕು, ಆಡಿನ ಹಾಲು, ಇಸ್ ದ ಗೋಟ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್. ಈ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಗೋಟ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್. ಆವತ್ತಿಗೆ ಗೋಟ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಆಡಿನ ಹಾಲನ್ನು ತಂದು ಬಂದು 3 ಮಾತ್ರೆ, ಸಾಸಿವೆ ಕಾಲಿನಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದ 3 ಮಾತ್ರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಆ ಮಾತ್ರೆಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಈ ಮಾತ್ರೆಯನ್ನು 3 ಸಾರಿ ಉಜ್ಜಬೇಕು, 1 2 3. 3 ಸಾರಿನ ಬದಲು 4ನೇ ಸಾರಿ ನೀವು ಉಜ್ಜಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ವಿಷವಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಭಾಳ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮವಾಗಿ 3 ಸಾರಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಉಜ್ಜಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗುವಾಗ ವಾಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕಫ ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ವಾಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಇವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಇವತ್ತು ಬೇಡ, ನಾಳೆ ಇವರನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಮರುದಿವಸ ಇವರನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಯು ವೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ದಟ್ ವಿದಿನ್ 3 days he has gone for the office. ನೋಡಿ, ವಾಟ್ ದ ರಿಚ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ. ದ ರಿಚ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ, ನಾವೀಗ ಮದ್ದು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಆದರೆ ಅವರು 1, 2, 3, 4ನೇ ಸಾರಿ ಆದರೆ ವಿಷ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಅದರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. This is the one thing I have given the example for the Ayurveda. The another thing I will tell that I am the yoga practitioner. I am doing the yoga since 27 years. I will tell you all my dear students here why I am practicing yoga still now as well. I am teaching the yoga. This is the 27th year why I am doing. Now of the age of 21, I started the business. I came to my father's business because my father was little ill, but I have to join the business at the age of 21. But I couldn't tackle the business because it's very tough. Of the age I might be. ಹಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿನಿಂದಾಗಿ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಸಾರಿ ನಾನು ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಆಫ್ ದ ಏಜ್ ಆಫ್ 22 ನನಗೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಐ ಫೆಲ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ವಿಜುವಲೈಸ್ಡ್. ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಜೀಪ್. ನಾನು ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಜೀಪನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಚಿಕೊಳ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮೊಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರ್ NC ಶಂಕರ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನ್ಯೂರಾಲಜಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ನಾವು ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಬಟ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್, ಐದರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ದ ಯೋಗ ಆರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಕಿಪ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಬಟ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಅದರ್ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟಿವ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ದ ಯೋಗ. ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೈ ಗುರು ಈಸ್ Dr. Radhakrishna Shetty. He still is teaching our yoga kutira. Yes, he is my guru. ಆ ದಿವಸದಿಂದ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ 4:15 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, 6 ಗಂಟೆಯಿಂದ 7 ಗಂಟೆಯಿಂದ ದಿವಸ ಆಗಲು 1 ಗಂಟೆ ನಾನು ಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನನಗೆ ಅದರ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಭಾವಿಸಿದಾಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಕೀಪ್ ಆನ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಡಿಂಟ್ ಗಿವ್ ಅಪ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಐ ಕೀಪ್ ಆನ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಿಂಗ್. Now this Mustafa is standing here. This is not this Mustafa was 27 years back. It was very weak, very dull, couldn't even address in front of others, but I am addressing with you. This is because of my guru, and this is a yoga what I can tell because his grace. This has 2 things has finished. The another thing I'll come to this is the richness of the Sanskrit, what I learned from this Udara Charitanam Vasudeva Kutumbakam. ಯಾರು ಉದಾರ ಮನಸ್ಸಕ್ಕನಾಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಥ್ರೂ ಹಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಲವ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವವೇ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಭಾಳ ಒಂದು ಚಂದ ಮಾತಿದು. ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಉದಾರ ಚರಿತಾನ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ನನಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಕೊಡೋದಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ, ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇರೋದು ವೆರಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಕಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಯರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಓಮಿನ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಸ್. ವುಡ್ ಯು? ಎಸ್. ಓಂ ಎಂಬ ಒಂದು ಶಬ್ದ, ಓಂ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್. ಓಂ. ಈ ಓಂ ಎಂಬ ಒಂದು ಶಬ್ದ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆಲ್ ಮೈಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಇಸ್ಲಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾಹೂ ಯಾಹೂ ಈ ಹಿಂಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಜಪ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕೂಡ ಓಂ ಅಂದು. ಓಮಿಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ 3 ಪದವಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಓ. Everyone just follow me. You touch your heart and chant. Everyone, come on everyone, touch your heart and chant. You can feel that vibration. If you chant oo, then you won't get the vibration over here. Just you can try it. Ooh, you won't get the vibration. And Vishuddha is the, if you chant that oo, then you can feel the vibration over. And in between your eyebrows is makar. Just everyone do this. Ma, it exactly is the warm word. It vibrates. You are this Anata Vishuddha as Ajna. then it's one word will vibrate, give the strong vibration, and you can feel that detach it from your stress. This is nothing to give the color to any caste, creed. This is nothing but is the science. One thing I would like to tell, that is the Om one, and as well we chant there's the Ya O, and well as well once when we are in the Chancellor's office, then I told about this one thing, then all these Sanskrit shloka ends and begin with the Islamic one surah is the Fatiha. I'll tell one. Isavasyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagate tena taddena bunjita magradaha kasya sviddanam. Navasya midam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagate. ಅವನ ಅಣು ಕಣ ತೃಣ ಕಾಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ ವಾಸ ಉಂಟು. ತೇನ ತದ್ದೇನ ಭುಂಜಿತ ಮಾಗ್ರದಃ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಅನುಭವಿಸುವಾಗ ಅವನನ್ನು ನೆನಪಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಜಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಇದೊಂದು ಶ್ಲೋಕವನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ ದ ಇಸ್ಲಾಂ, when it is told that when you are think about your Lord, then what we starts in the Quran is the Surah Fatiha. ಬಿಸ್ಮಿಲ್ಲಾಹಿರ್ ರಹ್ಮಾನಿರ್ ರಹೀಮ್. ನಿನ್ನ ನಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಶುರು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ? ಅಲ್ಹಮ್ದುಲಿಲ್ಲಾಹಿ ರಬ್ಬಿಲ್ ಆಲಮೀನ್. ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸ್ತುತಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಅರ್ ರಹ್ಮಾನಿರ್ ರಹೀಮ್, ನೀನು ಕರುಣಾಮಯ ಮತ್ತು ದಯಾಮಯ. ಮಾಲಿಕಿ ಯೌಮಿದ್ದೀನ್, ನೀನು ಈ ಅಧಿಪತ್ಯದ ಒಡೆಯ. ಇಯ್ಯಾಕ ನಅ್ಬುದು ವ ಇಯ್ಯಾಕ ನಸ್ತഈನ್, ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲದೆ ನಾನು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರನ್ನು ಸ್ತುತಿಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಹ್ದಿನ ಸಿರಾತಲ್ ಮುಸ್ತಕೀಮ್, ನೀನು ನನಗೆ ಸನ್ಮಾರ್ಗವನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸು. ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಯರ್. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹೃದಯ ವಿಶಾಲತೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಭೇದ ಭಾವ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. In the same time, I would like to tell to all my these brothers and sisters of these one who is sitting on the back, my students, yatha srishti tata drishti, yatha drishti tata srishti. Maklena, all my these brothers and sisters, you should think about this. How you feel, what you want to become of this drishti, then you will become your success. Thank you one and all.
ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ, ಯೋಗ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದ ಅವಿಭಾಜ್ಯ ಅಂಗ. ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಜೊತೆ ಯೋಗ ಕಲಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಳವಡಿಸಿದಾಗ ಮೌಲ್ಯಯುತ, ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿಯೂ ದೈಹಿಕವಾಗಿಯೂ ಸದೃಢ ಸಮಾಜವನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಹಾಗೂ ಓಂ ಅಕ್ಷರದ ಕಂಪನ, ಧರ್ಮಗಳ ಸಹ ಸಂಬಂಧವನ್ನು ನಿದರ್ಶನಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ತಿಳಿಪಡಿಸಿದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಮುಸ್ತಫಾ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
It's a great honor to introduce Dr. Vigneshwar Bhatt, Assistant Professor, International Center for Spiritual Studies, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Mysuru. He has a PhD and Masters in Sanskrit Sahitya, MA in Sanskrit Vidvat Uttama, MA in Vedic Studies, to name a few. His area of research is Indian philosophy, yoga, Vedas, Sanskrit, Indian culture and tradition. He is a recipient of various outstanding awards and has chaired numerous conferences, apart from having numerous publications to his credit. He has authored many books of repute. He handled the project of editing and publishing of Dharma Sanchara manuscript, sponsored by Central Sanskrit University under the Ashtadashi schemes. He is the founder trustee of Samhita Trust Karnataka and member of Sadhana Ganga Karnataka. This is just a very brief introduction of our honored guest today. Sir, it's a privilege to have you with us. We request you to address the gathering.
यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः. ಓಂ ಜ್ಞಾನಾತ್ಮನೇ ನಮಃ. ನಮಃ ಸಭಾಭ್ಯಃ ಸಭಾಪತಿಭ್ಯಶ್ಚ. ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಂತಿರುವಂತಹ ಜಾಗ ಪುಣ್ಯಭೂಮಿ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾಕಂತಂದರೆ ಅನೇಕ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಆ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಜೀವಿಕೆಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗುವಂತಹ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗುವಂತಹ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಗೆ ಅಡಿಪಾಯವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ವಿಶ್ವ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನವನ್ನು ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಸುಲಭದ ಮಾತಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂತಂದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಪುಣ್ಯಭೂಮಿ ಅಂತಲೇ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಮೊದಲು ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಆದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೃಹದಾಕಾರವಾಗಿ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಎನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ 14 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಅಧ್ಯಯನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಐ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಫಾರ್ 14 years. ಸೊ ವೈಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್, ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಎನಿ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಫಾರ್ ಅವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಆರ್ ಲೈವ್ಲಿಹುಡ್? So always we are worried about it. But now I can understand this root can create lot of fruits in this world. The Sanskrit is the root of the world. Definitely done by our own students, that is non-credit course. So without having any credit, they are all doing this, means they are involving themselves in that subject. So as a result, in 2022 we have published more than 100 papers related to the Sanskrit and different topics which comes in the Vedas. Not only that, they are taking the ownership. They are continuing this study. So how it is possible? The thing is, we need to open the entry gate for them. So when the entry gate is opened, definitely they will start studying. So today I need to speak about the Vedic science. When I was speaking to Honorable Chancellor Sir, he was very interested in the subject of the mantra. He was asking the question, so how they were using the mantra in the Brahmastras or the different astras which has been weapons which is explained in the Mahabharata and all. So today if we say, there will be the people, some people who say, mantrakke maavinkai udratta anta prashne keltare. So if you chant the mantra, the mango which is there on the tree, will it fall? Definitely it falls. Definitely it falls if you are chanting in the proper way, if you are doing properly. So many people, you know the computer science. So there will be the programming languages. If you miss one dot or one space, output will be error. So in the same way, when you are practicing, you should have the proper idea, proper knowledge. So now, let me speak little bit about the research topic. So how this mantra is useful? First let us try to understand from the scientific background, then we can go to the spiritual background. What is mantra or what is Veda? So the first definition is Veda is kind of sound. It's a sound. Okay, there are two different kind of sounds. Dhvanyatmakaha and Varnatmakaha. There are two different types of sound. So if I snap my finger, this is called as Dhvanyatmakaha. It doesn't has any meaning. You have to assume or infer the meaning. It doesn't has any meaning. So when I speak, so the letters are there, words are there, sentences are there. It has the meaning. So this is called as Varnatmaka Swaraha. So the Panini and different shikshas, the phonetics, are speaking about the Varnatmaka Swaras, how this affects how it should be pronounced. Let us try to understand what is this sound which is coming out of my mouth. Let me club the yoga as well as, because many yoga people are there and many audience may be familiar with the yoga, so that it may be easy to understand. So there are, according to the Shiksha, you know that the phonetics means the pronunciation technique. While explaining about it, it has told the sound is the modification of our breath. Sound is the modification of our breath. After exhalation, try to speak. You cannot speak. Anybody can try. After exhalating, you cannot speak because you don't have the breath to get the modification. So whatever I am speaking, this is coming because of my breath. Of course, the vocal cords are working. Only the flute will not make the melody. So when the flute has the breath, then that makes the melody. In the same way, only the vocal cord will not produce the sound. The breath which is there inside, that makes sound. So then it is punun. The sound is the modification of our breath. Is there any question about it? You try. After exhalation, will you be able to speak? Definitely no. And even while speaking, you hold your hand in front of your mouth, you will be able to understand what is touching to your hand. You will be able to feel your breath on your palm. So next, in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, many people know Chale vate chalam chittam nishchalam nishchale bhavet yogi sthanutvam apnoti tasmadvayam nirodhayet. You have to hold your breath. If you want to control your mind, it is told in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So everybody, we are struggling because of the mind. We want to control our mind. How we need to control our mind? So directly you cannot control your mind. The mind, as you are trying to catch your mind, mind runs away. So just imagine the nature of mind. The many doctors are there. So if you tell to your patient, from tomorrow you don't eat brinjal. So person has temptation to eat brinjal from tomorrow. So what you say don't do, the mind wants to do that. That is the nature of human mind. So here what happens? You cannot control mind directly. It is highly impossible. If you tell to the students, okay, concentrate. How to concentrate? Where it is available. Okay, control your mind. How to control? You don't have any rein or the rope to control your mind. So you need to control your mind through the breath. Okay, so breath is the kind of the tool through which you are able to control your mind. That's the reason Hatha Yoga Pradipika says you need to control your mind through the breath. As you are chanting, what is happening? The simple shloka I will explain. Everybody you know. Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. I'm giving simple example rather than taking the Vedic text. So this stanza contains 32 letters. After 8 letters, you are taking inhalation. So then what happens? Your breath is utilized in the proper amount. Your breath is getting channelization. So that naturally what happens? Your mind will be having the control. The body, mind and breath, they are having the dynamic relationship. If you want to understand that, just imagine You are walking in the wild forest and suddenly tiger comes in front of you. The first thing you will get fear. The fear is nature of mind, not the body. Body doesn't get the fear, the mind gets the fear. So then what happens? You will start breathing very fast. The heartbeat will be fluctuated and breath will be moving very fast. Then what happens? The body will be shivering. So the fear come to the mind that pass to the body, breath through the body. So the mind and body, mind, breath and body, they are having the dynamic relationship. So when you are chanting, what happens? Om Ishetvorjetva Vayavastha Payavastha Devo Vassavita Prarpayatu Shreshtatamaya Karmana Apyayadhvamagniya Deva Bhagamurjasvati Payasvati Prajavat Ranamiva Ayakshma Mavastena Ishatamagashagamsa. So when I am chanting continuously, in the yoga it is told Vajroli, Amaroli, Udyana, different bandhas are explained. So according to the famous Upanishad called Shandilya Brahmana Upanishad, according to that, as you are doing the Bahikumbhaka, your bandhas will be becoming stronger. So you are not able to do the Bahikumbhaka easily. As you are chanting, you are utilizing your breath with the proper rhythm and with the proper meter, naturally the bandha will be created. So many different types of the scientific evidence we have related to the Vedas. As I told at the beginning, it's the ocean. And I raised the question, if you chant mantra, will you able to get the mango in your hand? Is it possible? Definitely it is possible. I have many evidences for that. In 2015, I was traveling in Europe. So one of my friend who teaches yoga, who is very renowned scholar in Europe, and he has taken me to the center where they are helping the people with the rehabilitation. So extremely drug addicts, and they are not able to come out from this problem. And then the challenge was that my friend, for a fun, he told, you tell everything is there in India, you are able to do everything, now will you be able to help these people? I have confidence on my scripture, I don't have confidence on myself. So then immediately I told, it is possible, only the thing is you bring those people to my nation. In 2014, December 7th, 30 members, extremely drug addicts, they traveled to the India, stayed in the rural village called Baginakatta, which is far away from the city. If I want to buy a half a kilo salt, I have to travel 38 kilometers. So there these people stayed and did all the therapies. You believe or not, out of 30 members, 25 members are rehabilitated, and they are all yoga teachers, as well as they are all teaching the chanting and all in the different nation. This is, now mango is there in your hand. Why you don't believe that? So definitely it happens. Not only that. So in 2019, recently, so there was the person called Danny who comes from the Hungary, and he is a yoga practitioner from many years, and he studied several Upanishads, and his wife Hak, both are dedicated to this practice. Unfortunately, from 7 years they are trying to have a children. They don't have children, and they have tried all the medicines, and they tried Unani, Ayurveda, as well as the astrology, rituals, everything has been done. Then finally that person came to me to study philosophy. So he asked, is there anything? I told, I don't know, I never tried anything, but I have trust on the scriptures. Whatever scripture says, I can guide. I am just like a spoon who can take the food from the vessel and serve to the other person. That's all I can do. So from the book called Nrsimha Parijata, which has been written by the Shaunaka, the Shaunaka explains about the 48 different types of samskaras. As you know, 16 samskaras are well known. Garbhadhana, Pumsavana, Simantonnayana, Vishnubali, Jatakarma, Namakar. There are 16 samskaras are well known. But there is the samskara called Anavalobhana, which talks about the Garbhashuddhi. So then what happens? I just told the person, you can practice this. I don't know, I never got any result. So it may help because I believe sage. So then finally, in 2019, at the end, you know that Corona started. and December 1st he has to travel to his country. The many things he was not able to find in his country. So it is told Durva, and there is the Samana Vatsayaha Goho Kshiram Prabhavam Dadi Trinyavan Masashatkancha Nikshipyetani Sampibet. So for the Garbha Shuddhi, many things are told. You know how beautifully it says? You have to take the milk of the mother cow and take the curd from the daughter cow and make the curd out of that and mix these things with the masha and yava. So finally how it should be consumed. All these things are explained. And it is tested and done. Now he is blessed with the baby called Balram. The name is Balram. Why mango will not come to our hand? Definitely by mantra the mango will fall if it is done in the proper way. So there are many evidences. And what is mantra? Manana trayate iti mantraha. The letter, word or the sentence which purifies your mind and which avoids all the dirt from the mind, that is called as mantra. So entire Veda is not called as mantra. There are divisions. Vidhi, Arthavada, Namadheya, Vakyashesha, Nishedha, mantra. There are different divisions are there. Okay, so the mantra is the letter which purifies your mind. Just imagine you are not taking the shower from many days. You are not able to sit comfortably. Even the people who are sitting beside you, they are also not able to sit comfortably. So there will be itching. So in the same way, we are not washing or we are not cleaning our mind from many years. How you will clean? Will you be able to take out your mind and wash with the detergent? This is not possible. The mantra is the greatest technique through which you can purify the mind. Nowadays, we are not able to remember 4 Vedas' name. Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda. We struggle to remember 4 Vedas' name. Previously, our ancestors, they were able to remember all 4 Vedas. How it is possible? Now we say it is not possible. That's all myth. Because it is myth for us, not for them. So they were having that strength because their practice was very strong. So with this little bit example, I conclude my speech, because when we stand in front of the Maikasura, it is called as Asura. So we will be not able to go away from this. I know my time limitation more than my time I have taken. Thank you for the opportunity. Dhanyavadaha.
Sir, we thank you for gracing the occasion, and your perception of Sanskrit as the root which has the inherent capacity to put forth fruits is laudable. Thank you for enlightening us on the use of mantras, varnatmaka swaras, the technique of mind control, the little known secrets of the treasure trove known as Sanskrit. Not to forget the dynamic relation between the mind, breath and body. We thank you once again.
ಶ್ರೀ ಮುಸ್ತಫಾ ಆಡಳಿತ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು ಹಾಗೂ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಣಾಧಿಕಾರಿ ಭಾರತ್ ಇನ್ಫೋಟೆಕ್ ಇವರು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಿಂದ ತುರ್ತು ಕೆಲಸದ ನಿಮಿತ್ತ ನಿರ್ಗಮಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರಿಗೆ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ನೆನಪಿನ ಕಾಣಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ನೀಡುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್.
ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ UT ಇಫ್ತಿಕಾರ್ ಬರಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಇವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿತಚಿಂತಕರು. ಇವರು ಕೂಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ವಿದ್ವಾನ್. ಇವರ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಮಾತನಾಡುವವರು.
ಶ್ರೀಯುತ UT ಇಫ್ತಿಕಾರ್ ಆಲಿ, ಸಿಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಸದಸ್ಯರು, ರಾಜೀವ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ, ಇವರಿಗೆ ಶಾಲು ಹೊದಿಸಿ ಹೂವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ CA ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ ರಾವ್ ಇವರು ಗೌರವಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
I have once again the privilege of welcoming. He is our own person, Dr. Iftikhar Ali. He is a syndicate member, and if you approach him, anyone for that matter, I don't think he has said no to anyone, and anyone he goes, he helps them. That is the attitude of him, and the best part of him is he encourages his better half to know Sanskrit, publish in Sanskrit, and she has won many laurel in Sanskrit. That is the encouragement given by Dr. Iftikhar Ali. I welcome him to this August gathering. Thank you.
ಇದೀಗ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಬಿ ನಾಗರತ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಕ್ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸಾ ತಜ್ಞೆ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರು ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಬೇಕೆಂದು ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಪದ್ಮಿನಿ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಇವರು ಶಾಲು ಹೊದಿಸಿ ಹೂವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇದೀಗ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ನಾಗರತ್ನ ಇವರು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಕ್ ಹೀಲಿಕ್ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
Namaste. Do you know the meaning of Namaste? Namaste means I salute the divinity in you. So, Namaste once again, everyone. I am student of MCKS Pranic Healing. I am an instructor and I am a healer. So I have given last minute time to them, so they are so grateful. They have accompanied to talk to me about pranic healing and meditation. And let me just skip the healing part. I just speak about the meditation and super brain yoga. My previous speaker has told about us the value of the yoga, value of the Sanskrit, everything. Even though my master is from Philippines, his name is Master Chokok Sui, but we have learned many things of our tradition. He taught us, a foreign guru has taught us the meditation and super brain yoga that we are using for upliftment of the humanity. So I am going and teaching. Likely I like to work with the small children and big children. So I am going to the schools and teaching them the meditation and super brain yoga. He told we can't take our brain and wash and put it back. Exactly, I will agree with him. Without taking the brain out, we can do simple exercise to do our brain active. The children can do from 3 years onwards, and after that there is no age limit. When we teach this to children, we are going to get their concentration, and nowadays kids, they don't have a concentration. Most of the things they are because of the advanced technology, instead of making us better, and it is same time it is making us worse also. If you see nowadays all the children are playing with the video game all the time, and that their concentration is there in that a lot. When the study comes, they give 110 reasons to not to study. So when we teach this super brain yoga and the twin heart meditation to the children, it will be given to them within 1.5 years. We have done lot of research on this. So within 1.5 thing, the children can take 33% more what they are doing. So twin heart meditation, when we do this meditation, it is a simple guided meditation. So when we do this meditation, our lot of anxiety, tension, stress, I think nowadays all of us have, that is the major issue. So when we teach this meditation, it can be done within few minutes. You can see the result. This I am not telling who has experienced. those people are telling. So we are very much interested to go to schools because the younger generation is our future generation of India and of the world. So we are teaching this, the teaching has spreaded all over more than 120 countries, and more of the people have benefited this. Americans, they have done a lot of research in this, and the benefit it has there. So I'm giving my presentation to the thing. So in that you can able to make out what all we are going to do. And if you have an institution and if you have a large gathering who wants to learn this, please free to contact us. I'm Nagaratna and my number is 9972621543. So you people can contact me for the further details. And thank you once again to SU University and given me this opportunity to come and speak few words about the pranic healing and twin-hearted meditation. Thank you.
ಔಷಧಿಯನ್ನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸದೆ ಪ್ರಾಣದ ಮೂಲಕ ರೋಗಗಳನ್ನು ಗುಣಪಡಿಸುವ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸಾ ವಿಧಾನವನ್ನು ಸಂಕ್ಷಿಪ್ತವಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿಪಡಿಸಿದ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
I now request Dr. UT Iftikhar Ali, the syndicate member of RGUHS, to share a few words and thoughts with us today.
Good morning, one and all. My respected, my father figure, Dr. Raghavendra Rao sir, my brother Srinivas Rao sir, his family members, Raghavendra sir's grandchildren, daughters, my classmate Ajay, and all the speakers today. I could hear Vishwasrai speaking, and all the trustees and my friends. Anyway, I always tell sir, in my so much of career, I will not share the dais. Normally, in my first time I'm sharing a dais in Srinivasa University, and I was scared when people like Raghavendra sir comes and calls on the mic that you should come. So I was telling my friend Satya, I'm always comfortable sitting down. So this is my honor to be here, sir. And being in Mangalore and being in first university in India to host World Conference, Sanskrit Conference, and being the first time, that's a big honor for Mangalore. I wish you should do as one national event in coming years. And it's a privilege for me to tell that Srinivasa University has gone to next heights when you see this campus. And this holding such Sanskrit conference, people like Raghavendra Rao sir's vision to do this conference. I congratulate him to doing this conference and wish him luck and best in near future. And you know the importance of Sanskrit, yoga, and I was telling Srinivasa Rao sir, now we have seen all these things read, pronounced from the childhood. And I wish all the delegates, the speakers, the team members, best of luck in future to come over, and congratulations, and thank you for inviting me also. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your blessings. Now I request Dr. P.S. Aital, Vice Chancellor, Srinivasa University, to address the gathering.
Honorable Chancellor of Srinivasa University, Dr. C.A.A. Raghavendra Rao ji, Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Dr. A. Srinivasa Rao ji, other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, my learned colleagues, and my dear students, the participants and paper presenters of this international conference, World Conference on contribution of Indian knowledge and Sanskrit to humanity. As you know, Srinivasa University is an emerging university in higher education in this world scenario, with a difference. The Chancellor is dreaming to make this as a world-class university, and we are marching towards it. In this process, we have created a holistic curriculum at our UG, PG and research levels. This is according to and more than National Education Policy 2020. We have developed and implemented a new model of higher education with the visionary and the direction of our Honorable Chancellor. This is called Srinivas University Integrated Student Development Model. This is a unique model where we are above the developed countries thinking of higher education and research. Why? Developed countries are currently following a model called STEM model. STEM stands for STEM, science, technology, engineering and mathematics. So all their advanced higher education as well as even at the school level, they follow STEM model, and they argue that that is a top model in higher education. But Srinivas University identified the requirement of learning and becoming master in arts and design along with the languages, so that higher education can be made truly holistic. So we converted this STEM model into STEAM model, STEAM, where A is added by Srinivas University as arts and design with the language as a supporting or communicating media. So now our students are going to get further opportunities to learn many languages, including Sanskrit. Our Chancellor has approved the dual degree programs as well as the multi-language system in our holistic education system at undergraduation and post-graduation level. Our students got opportunity with the help of God, Lord Srinivas, to learn free Sanskrit language. So you can register for Sanskrit as a communication language for learning. You can learn Sanskrit as a communication language from day after tomorrow itself. We have signed an agreement with the Central University of Sanskrit, New Delhi, and according to this collaboration, they sent one Sanskrit teacher to Srinivas University, and she is already teaching many of our students of all the 3 campuses for Sanskrit communication. So that is called spoken Sanskrit. So you can undergo 6 months special training without paying any fee to our university. You have to register under the Government of India's model by paying 500 rupees to get a certificate. Based on this, all of you can become this speaker. You can speak Sanskrit without any constraint. So our Chancellor has already approved this, and the course is started in Pandeshwara campus as well as Mukha campus, and which will be extended to our Vadachil campus also. So all students can be fluent in Sanskrit so that you can learn your science, technology, management and social science from our ancient Indian knowledge and Sanskrit. Sanskrit is a communication language, but we have huge amount of knowledge which can be converted into wisdom, so that as our Chancellor dreams, Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu, everyone, irrespective of the religion, irrespective of the caste, irrespective of the gender, should become wisdom, and they should reach the Swarga. And this word, Swarga, is not available in any other languages, including English, so that Sanskrit teaches this noble word, Swarga, which we can achieve through Sanskrit and studying science, technology, management, as well as social sciences through Sanskrit under various programs of Srinivasa University. So with this, I would like to tell only 1 minute about our World Conference. We have identified 18 special areas and invited research papers on all these 18 areas, which comprises ancient Indian technology for 21st century, ancient management science and models for 21st century, ancient architecture and vastu for 21st century, ancient medicine and Ayurveda for 21st century and beyond, ancient yoga as a healthy practice to connect both mind and control mind as a special area of this research publications. Similarly, we have identified many holistic scriptures, including our great Mahabharata and Ramayana, and what are the lessons we can learn and adopt for present and future days. So finally, 18th area is about Bhagavad Gita and Vishnu Sahasranama, which tells and guides about your life and solve all the problems of your life. And you can also reach the status of our assumed God. So we have identified many qualities for God, and we can also reach that level through our Indian ancient knowledge, as well as learning it through Sanskrit, the mother language of all languages. So with this, we thank our Honorable Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, and we thank all the dignitaries who are the proficient in those different super specialized areas, who have come here and they have enlightened you. Many researchers are presenting their papers in 5 special halls called Ahalya, Draupadi, Sita, Tara, Mandodari. These are the 5 Kanyas names we have given to 5 presentation halls, and about 300 papers are presented under these 18 areas, which will definitely further support to do superb research, effective research in Indian science and technology, and definitely this will contribute to the world knowledge. Thank you all.
So we thank you for your illuminating words, as well as for being an inspiration to all of us. Thank you once again.
I now invite Professor Engineer Srimati A. Mitra S. Rao, Trustee Member, Board of Governors, Srinivasa University, to express her thoughts and feelings on this auspicious occasion. Over to you, ma'am.
Honorable Chancellor Shri C.A. Raghavendra Rao, Honorable Pro-Chancellor Dr. A. Srinivas Rao, other dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, invited scholars, invited guests, parents, and my dear students. Today, I'm standing in front of the Maikasura, as he has told. It's a very, very interesting word. And holding my Jangamavani, I am standing here for further reference. Samskrita Bhasha Ativa Puratani Sadatani cha Bhasha. Vishishta Samskrita Yukta Esha Bhasha Sarvamanya cha Asthi. Bharate Anekaha Bhashaha Santi iti Vayam Jani Maham. Param Samskrita Vangmayam Vishwa Vangmaye Swasyam अद्वितीयस्थानम् अलङ्करोति। अस्माकं समस्तमपि वैदिकसाहित्यं, रामायणं, महाभारतं, छन्दशास्त्रं, ज्ञानविज्ञानं, तत्त्वज्ञानं च संस्कृतभाषायां समुपलभ्यते। अनेन संस्कृतभाषायाः विपुलं गौरवं स्वयमेव लभ्यते। भारते भारतीयभाषासु बाहुल्येन संस्कृतशब्दाः उपयुक्ताः। संस्कृतस्य प्रादेशिकत्वं नास्ति। एषा भाषा सर्वव्यापिनी, विश्वविनोदिनी, सर्वमङ्गलदायिनी च अस्ति। See, to speak these words of Sanskrita, my whole inner self kindles like a fire. When I was doing my 8th and 9th standard, we had Sanskrita subject. Why I opted for it is because only with the main purpose of scoring marks. That is what we all, when we are in the student life, our main expectation is to score good marks. And it was well known that if you write answers in Sanskrita, it is very easy to score marks, and that too when you have to translate it, if you translate it in English, you can earn many more marks. So that was my objective. Yeah, I scored good marks, but still I was feeling very incomplete. This is what happens. It is like a half-baked cake. As the years went on, I started getting inclined towards spirituality. I started reciting mantras. And these mantras were not just words. These mantras in Sanskrita created these vibrations. And the vibrations of each cell, made me even more thirsty for knowledge. We always say that Sanskrita is just a language. No, it is just a powerful divine energy. Because this is our mother language. Today, I'm very glad that our Divine Mother has descended down to see this conglomeration of wisdom. And we are very glad we had such profound energy and knowledge seekers and knowledge sharers. We are very happy to be a part of this conference, and I'm very happy for my students who are very patiently sitting and listening. And I'm sure Mother Sanskrita language will bestow all her grace on you. I wish you all the best, and I hope that many more such conferences would be held in our campus in all parts of the world. And we should become one under the roof of mother language, Sanskrita. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Your speech was truly inspiring, and we are all grateful for the passion and enthusiasm you brought to the stage. Thank you for your dedication to the field and for sharing your wisdom with us today, ma'am. Thank you.
ಅನುಭವದ ಪಾಲುಳು ವಿಚಾರ ಮಂಥನವಾಗಿ ಜನಯಿಕುಂ ಜ್ಞಾನ ನವನೀತವದೆ ಸುಖದಂ. ಅನುಭವವೆಂಬ ಹಾಲನ್ನು ವಿಚಾರವೆಂಬ ಕಡೆಗೋಲಿನಿಂದ ಮಂಥನಗೊಂಡು ಜ್ಞಾನವೆಂಬ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ತುಪ್ಪ ಹೊರಬಂದಾಗ ಅದುವೇ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಡೆದಿರುವ ಅನುಭವವೇ ನಮಗೆ ಧರ್ಮದ ದರ್ಶನ ಮೂಡಿಸುವ ದೀಪವಾಗಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಾತುರರಾಗಿ ಕಾಯುತ್ತಿರುವ ಕ್ಷಣ ಇದೀಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ CA ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ ರಾವ್ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಕುಲಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳು ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ತಮ್ಮ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷೀಯ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಅವರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರಂತೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ತೋರ್ತದೆ. ಸದಾನಂದ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿದ್ವಾಂಸ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅವರು ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಅವರನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ, ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಚುಟುಕಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸಂತೋಷಗೊಳಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ,
ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नीलाद्रौ शङ्खमध्ये शतदलकमले रत्नसिंहासनस्थं भद्रायाः वामभागे शतद्युतं निरन्तरं सेवते ॐ जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे अद्य अत्यन्तं स्मरणीयः एषः दिवसः यस्मिन् दिवसे मंगलापुरी नगरे श्रीनिवास विश्वविद्यालये आयोज्यते विश्व संस्कृत सम्मेलनम् अस्यैव विश्व संस्कृत सम्मेलनस्य अद्य द्वितीये दिने वेदिकायां विद्यमानाः अस्माकं सर्वेषां पूज्यपूज्याः सततं संस्कृत संस्कृतिबद्धपरिकराः भारतं विश्वगुरुं कर्तुं स्वप्नं पश्यन्तः श्रीमन्तः डॉक्टर C.A. राघवेंद्र राव महोदयाः येषाम् अतुलनीयं व्यक्तित्वम् अनुपमं च विचारम् असाधारणं चिन्तनम् अस्माकं सर्वेषां न केवलम् आदर्शभूतं भवति उदाहरणीयं भवति. I am extremely surprised to see such an iconic and exemplary personality in our country. I have never seen such a personality with the highest modesty, nobility, and sincerity to organize such a wonderful World Sanskrit Conference here with all his vision, mission, and actions. And we have to think in a different way. Just what he had suggested, that Sanskrit should be an optional subject or as an complementary subject of all of our science subjects. Because all of us, we know, you may be knowing also, that Sanskrit is a wonderful language of the world. It is the gift of the Indian rishis to the human civilization for sustenance and growth. But one thing, when in 5th century BC, after so many thousand years, that the Guru Vada came to our culture through Buddha, then in Mahavira Jaina. The basic concepts of assuming true knowledge that was enshrined in our Vedic scriptures was really distorted. Since then, since 5th, 6th century BC, it is my personal feeling and conviction, then that Guru Vada overpowered the basic knowledge of our Vedic culture. Then what happened? Then Guru Bada actually that contaminated the whole societal, social, spiritual, cultural mindset of the human civilization. Gradually, Buddha, Jaina, then Christ, then our Muhammad and other gurus, they came, and the true knowledge which was enshrined in our Vedic texts, we are dissipated. Then what happened? Then we have come to such a state of confusion. Now we are in a state of confusion, whether it is true or that is true. We must realize the truth that we have to accept the Vedic lore, the Upanishadic lore, that actually what is the objective, the principal objective of a human being. It is stated in the Upanishad that the human being is born in this world not to satisfy his needs. Once Mahatma Gandhi also told that the nature has bestowed everything to us to fulfill our needs, not to satisfy our greeds. We must realize the Upanishadic lore of this line that Isha Vasyavidam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Bhunjitaha Na Grudha Kasya Svidhanam. You see now what happens? The Bhogavada, the sense of pleasure is now overpowered like a Rakshasa. Human needs are unlimited. If you go on using that body lotion and all these things, you cannot control yourself money because you have money, you can spend anything. But actually, it is not like that. So we must realize not only realize, we must motivate, we must propagate, we must promote the basic principle of human being that is called in the Upanishad Atmano Mokshartham Jagadhitaya cha. This human being has come to this world only for mukti. Atmano Mokshartham. And only it is only possible through Jagat Kalyana. So we must realize this truth, and there are so many scholars who have already presented their valuable articles in this conference. Others also are now going to present their today and tomorrow, and I am thankful to Dr. Raghavendra Rao ji and our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Sri Srinivasa Rao ji and our Vice Chancellor and all the family members of the Srinivas University, and also to the students who have very patience and attendance to hear our words, and I hope that our students in future will inculcate the message of this World Sanskrit Conference in their life. With this, I again thank you all for inviting me to this great occasion in my life, and I am also very much thankful personally to Dr. Raghavendra Rao ji. Namo Namah. Dhanyavada.
Sir, thank you for gracing the occasion, and your words have left an everlasting impression on us. Thank you for sharing your view with us. Now I request Yoga Guru Sri Raghavendra Pai to be escorted on to the dais. I request our Honorable Chancellor to felicitate our guest. Sir, we request you to address the gathering, please.
Hari Om. Ratnakara dhauta-padam Himalaya kiritinim Brahmarajarshi-ratnadhyam Vande Bharata Mataram. Most respected Adaraniya ಏಕನಾಮ ಸದಾ ಪ್ರೀತ ಲೆಕ್ಕಪತ್ರ ಪರಿಶೋಧನಾ ಪರಿವೀಕ್ಷಕ CA ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಭಾಷಾಯಾಂ ಆದರಣೀಯ ಎ ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ ರಾವ್ ಮಹೋದಯರೇ and Pro Chancellor and all other dignitaries on and off the dais. Bharata itself says, the etymological meaning of Bharata means, Bha means light. Ratha means one who gets the knowledge or Ananda or Vidya in that light, he is Bharatiya. We are all Bharatiyas only. Under this Bharata Mata, so Srinivasa University, he is doing a unique and wonderful initiation and work in the field of our Samskrita, yoga, or all our traditional and non-traditional activities. Just I have given only 3 minutes. So before that now, there is a one word, Kriya Siddhihi Sattve Bhavati Mahatam Nopakarane. I must quote, but Dr. C.A. Raghavendra Ravji, he is none other than he is a karma yogi, jnana yogi, samanvaya yogi, no doubt. And also I know, I can visualize, I can vision Srinivasa University gradually, and it will grow like a banyan tree. I assure you, sir, I can vision. So under this banyan tree, there will be many more. Our traditional and non-traditional and educative activities will grow. There is one song. It includes everything. Make your effort, let things happen, let things happen. Do your duty, leave the rest to heaven. Things what make links to your ideal. Be prepared for any ordeals. Rush not, push not, let things happen. The time shall come and the battle shall be won. The time shall come and the battle shall be won. Make your effort, let things happen, let things happen. So I can, it is the essence of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It is the essence of Karma Yoga. This is the essence of Samskrita Sammelana also. And also, yesterday, our Dr. Basavareddy ji, he came from Delhi, all the way from Delhi, and he was with us. He was so happy. And also he has promised that Department of Yoga, Samskrita and Dasa Sahitya, gradually this university will become one of the activities under the Ministry of Ayush. This university will soon, it will get an accreditation and affiliation from the Ministry of Ayush. And also, 10 days ago, I did one mass Amrita Yogotsava. More than 5,000 students and staffs and everyone there, they took a part. Later, our Dr. Raghavendra Rauji, he told that this yoga, which helps everyone's personality, which helps to develop, it integrates, it balances our personalities. So, we should include this in our subject. Everyone should practice. Anyway, in this campus, they have more than 16,000 students. They will stay here for 2 years, 3 years, up to 5 years. They can do wonders, I assure you, sir. Gradually, we can do it. And once again, I was with this Sammelana committee since the last 2 months. I can understand each and every step, how they take care and how they are organizing. I am glad and I do pranam to everyone to organizing this wonderful Sammelanam. Dhanyavad. Vande Samskrita Mataram, Vande Yoga Mataram, Vande Bharata Mataram. Dhanyavad.
Sir, thank you for explaining the meaning of Bharata, attainment through light, that is through knowledge, which by default comes back to Sanskrit. We all enjoyed your yoga teaching during the Yogathon held on 15th February as a precursor to this wonderful event. Mulato Brahma Rupaya, Madhyato Vishnu Rupine, Agratasya Rudra Rupaya Vriksha Rajayate Namaha. This is the shloka which describes the people tree, the Ashwatha, which symbolizes our Honorable Chancellor, Shri Dr. Sri A. Raghavendra Rao, who is a Yogendra, a great yogi by nature. Sir, we earnestly request you to deliver your presidential address.
Respected scholars, professors, and eminent speakers on the dais, of the dais, and my family members, young family members sitting at the back of this audience. They are our students. Our students are our backbone. They are our students, they are our family members. I am very happy to see that my family members have sat quietly and absorbing the juice that is coming out of this conference. I also feel that it is said man is a creature of the environment. When I am in the midst of the Sanskrit scholars and everyone is speaking Sanskrit, probably if I live like this for 10 days, I will also be able to speak Sanskrit. And not only that, I may be able to present papers on different epic subjects. See, because man is always a creature of the environment. Where he lives, he comes up. This is my firm opinion, and I am sure if we continue to do the Sanskrit conference, all my family members will be able to present the Sanskrit scholarly papers. If Iftikhar could do, Mustafa, I tell you, wonderful speaker, I tell you, Sanskrit. He is master of Vedas, master of Bhagavad Gita. He talks for hours together and practices yoga, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Who is doing that? And he is always getting treated by himself and his family members only with Ayurveda drug. See, this is the type of people we find very rare on the offload, because the moment you get some hitch here and there on the body, you immediately run to the hospital, because no doubt the immediate cure is the hospital only, but there are medicines which can cure immediately, even in Ayurveda, provided it is brought to light and used properly. Because many incidents I knew which were happening during my young days, and at that time there was no much doctors. Only village pandits used to give the medicine. And it was so good, so effective that the cure was 100% certain. But what happened? The knowledge did not spread. Once they died, the knowledge has also got to dogs. It did not continue. They did not give their knowledge to the subsequent generation. This we should stop and try to collect that old knowledge of the epics and Puranas and Ayurveda and all other things. We say all different types of nrityas. I think folk dance yesterday I saw, Yakshagana dance I have seen, and Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi and Mohiniyattam and all these things. Nothing but yoga only. I can't jump like this. Yesterday in the, I think, Yakshagana, some students are jumping like that. I think during my young days only I was doing it. 2 feet, 3 feet height they used to jump and touching their heel to their buttocks. That is very difficult right to do. If you do it twice, you will fall down. But they were doing continuously and taking rounds. It is not, it is all asana, different types of asanas which they have practiced, and that is why they are keeping themselves fit in life. So ancient knowledge, since the beginning of my career as a chartered accountant, I was always feeling ancient treasure is there in Sanskrit language. It is a treasure of knowledge. We have to pick it up. We have to put the net and grab it from the ocean of Sanskrit literature. See, this is what we want. And when Vigneshwar Bhatt talked to me, he said, all mantras, you can see the real effect when it is chanted properly. I was so happy. I do not know whether anybody will feel bad, but if it is possible, I want to grab him to Srinivasa University. Such scholars we should have in the Srinivasa University and see that things are, research things are taken place, and the knowledge that is acquired out of it should be spread to all the younger generation, so that the benefit of that should come to the entire society. And again tomorrow I have to speak also. I have got my good friend Iftikhar. He is not friend, he is well-wisher of our entire group. Right from day one of my starting the education institution, he has been guiding us in everything. Whenever there is problem, he is the person comes first. Yenaitu? Yeah, you worry madbedi. He took phone and tried to see that our problems are solved. Such a gentleman has come. I thought he should be honored. See, the gems wherever it is there, we should try to pick it up and get the best benefit out of such gems. If the gems are rough diamonds, okay, we will try to polish it, make it more shining. This is what I feel. There is no, for the development of the humanity, my university is free to all community, religion, creed, caste, nation. It is Vasudeva Kutumbam is the theme behind entire the university, and everyone is member of our family. And with this, for the day I end my speech, but I would be I would not be doing justice if I did not compliment our Venkata Subramaniam. He was, I tell you, it is a treasure of knowledge. I never knew that when we see him, he is a simple man, but when he opens his mouth, we know his scholarly knowledge. And same thing, Sadananda Dikshit. Only thing is, he spoke a little more in Sanskrit. Many people may not be able to understand. But yes, after hearing him yesterday, today I could make out something more than what it was yesterday. And he is also, I could make out that he is a scholar both in Sanskrit and English also. He has presented some aspects of the Sanskrit literature in English today, and I could make out how deep the sense of literature in him. Our yoga guru, Raghavendra Pai, I tell you, he's a very simple man. The other day he conducted yoga for 1.5 hours. I tell you, I was feeling that I am unfortunate now. The age is coming in the way of my doing all those yogas. It was lady.
ಈಗ ಒಂದು 2 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಸರನ್ನು ಕರೀತೇನೆ. ಇದು